got about already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel is just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yeah. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good with the fight, fam? How y'all feeling? We back again. Salute to everybody on this good Monday. Back to get boxing is JusDueBoxing. You already know. Catch this on the playback. Smash the like button. Sub to the channel. Turn your noties on. Come rock out with the family. What's good with y'all? How y'all feeling? Hope everybody had a good weekend, man, and enjoyed the fights over this past weekend. Let me say what's good to the fan, Barbara D. Peace and blessings, Queen. How you feeling? Yes, baby dude's doing very, very good. I think he almost back to 100%. Appreciate you asking. He's definitely doing good. Opulent LD blessings, family. How you feeling? Al Booger in the building. Lons, what's good with it? RP to G of Boxing Bros. Salute to him. RP to him as well. Salute, Lons. Ace, all love, family. Was good with it. Mike Kirkland, my bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thread Hill in the building. All things was good with it. Andrew Gray was good, fam. How is the family feeling on this good Monday, man? It's a lot going on in boxing, ain't it, fam? Ain't it, fight, fam? It's a lot going on. Berlanga back knocking people out. You know, Berlanga back getting knockouts. You get what I'm saying? Andy Cruz made another sighting, you know. We had another Andy Cruz sighting over the weekend. You get me? Andrew Gray in the building was good with it. B-Dog was good, family. Salute to y'all feeling. You know, Canelo, reports surfacing. They going crazy. Canelo's supposed to be leaving the PBC, going back to DAZN. You know, Shakur being, you know, aggressively called out by Kid Austin. I would say, I think that's more so his pops doing that. I'm not saying that his son ain't willing to fight. I'm not going to say that, but I think that's more so his pops trying to, you know, create an opportunity. And I don't have a problem with that as a fight fan, but I do have a opinion or some thoughts on that situation. We're going to get into it. It's a lot to talk about. 12 threes in the building was good, bro. It's a lot to talk about. Berlanga's opponent was just a guy, no threat. Yeah. He made him look almost that way too, B-Dog. I ain't saying he was no killer that he fought, but I think Berlanga showed some growth, some patience. You get what I'm saying? And when he got his man hurt, he got him up out of there. You get what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. He back on the winning side of things. And I know it feel good to him to just get that knockout, right? And I know it feel good to get that knockout that been evading you for the last few fights. So, I'm cool with the performance from Berlanga, man. You just continue to build. That's all you can ask. And I think the fact that he created a knockout and he set it up, took his time, and he got his guy. As soon as his guy got hurt, he took advantage. Kyle, cool, blessings, family. How you feeling? Trying to become the VAR ball of boxing. So, good performance from Edgar Berlanga, man. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, man. Turn your click up, dog. Ashley Coda, what's good, cuzzo? How you feeling? Berlanga trying to dictate who he fights next. You already know it, Thrill. You already know, bro. Speaking of that,
What's up, fight fans? First and foremost, I want to give glory to God, Jesus Christ. I feel amazing. What's next? We want Canelo next. May 4th, September. We need that fight. It's big for boxing. Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Let's go, Canelo.
Man, speaking of that, Thrill Hill, you was right on the money with that comment. So speaking of it, there you go. He talking that Canelo stuff, and he ain't just talking it, they talking it too, man. It seemed like he done got his name into the sweepstakes with a knockout over a guy that we really don't know much about, but nonetheless, he got a knockout, right? Shelton was good with it. Well, either Berlanga or Munguia will get the fight. Seeing that Alvarez now going back to Matchroom and DAZN. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Hilltop was good with it, family. How you feeling? You don't want no Morel smoke. Now, man, nobody want Morel smoke right now. They're going to just treat it like he don't exist, but we know he there. And I think you're right, bro. Look, it's a conversation to be had. I know a lot of different people going to be talking about this today. Everybody got their different takes on it. I'll just start off by saying, I don't have all the answers to the situation at hand. So I'm never going to get up here and just talk like I got all the answers or I know the ins and outs. But I will speak about what I think makes sense and what I feel like going on and some of the stuff that I'm hearing as well, right? Man, Edgar was tripping on the ticket prices for that car. Berlanga is not that. Yeah, man. They got to sell them, man. They got to sell them. They got to sell them. You know what I mean? Berlanga, if he picks Berlanga, he's the worst cherry picker than they ever gave him credit for. Yeah, for sure, B-Dog. What I'm hearing, right? It's a lot going on, right? For starters, the leaving of the PBC. There's people pushing that the reason that he's leaving is because they don't have the money to pay him. And it's tricky because from what I understand and what I'm hearing, I mean, to some degree, that could be the case, but I don't think it's just that black and white like that, right? I don't think it's just that cut and dry as they put it, right? I think it's a little more complicated than that. From what I understand, he was demanding to fight Charlo, and I'm hearing they wanted him to fight Munguia on May 4th instead of Charlo. And on top of that, it was some, I guess, discrepancy about how he was going to get paid or, whatever the case was going to be. But from what I'm hearing, they wanted him to fight Munguia because it seems to be a more sellable fight than a Jamal Charlo fight right now. And it's mixed reports coming out, so I'm giving it all to y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard from a credible source as well. Like, I'm hearing that he was kind of hit PBC with the, it's either Charlo or nothing, and then there's the money angle where he's talking about the guaranteed $35 million, whatever the case may be, and then people jump right to it. Oh, PBC broke; they don't got the money to pay him. That's why he leaving. Yada yada yada. They couldn't get him the fights. That's why he leaving with 2 fights left, but that's not all, the case. You know what I mean? It's just not that cut and dry. I think they're in a totally different situation. I think if you obviously know the model that they was using before is no longer in existence. I don't think that's no longer in play with Amazon Prime in the mix, right? So I think, you know, to make these huge guaranteed paydays, you gotta fight. You can't cherry pick your way to these paydays. To me, and I'm giving y'all what I feel, what I think, right? You can't. Pardon me. Dang. My bad, y'all. I ain't even had my mic plugged in. Pardon me. They not willing to take a loss. You get what I'm saying? B-Dog, I think, yeah, it's different than not having the money. You get what I'm saying? And again, it's just a conversation. Y'all know how I give it up. I don't have all the answers, so I'm not going to talk like I do, but I think I can give some, you know, a good conversation as to what I feel like is going on. And B-Dog, I think I'm with you. They're not willing to take a loss. Not the same as not having the money. I feel like what I was just reading is they simply feel like Munguia is more sellable than a Jamal Charlo fight. That's a more lucrative fight. And for you to want a guaranteed payday, it makes more sense for you to fight this guy. You get what I'm saying? But that's one side of it, right? I also hear that, you know, the guarantee that DAZN is able to give them is potentially more lucrative than the guarantee that PBC is willing to either give them or offer them, right? It's just however you want to look at it. They was talking 35 million. I'm hearing that DAZN might be able to offer him upwards of 50 million, but to fight Munguia. So in essence, you're still going to fight the same guy that they wanted you to fight, but just on a different network for probably a higher guarantee. So if you just look at it from Canelo's point of view, it's easy decision for him. It's pretty much the same opponent. You get what I'm saying? Same opponent, but for more money. So, and again, I just don't think the PBC is willing to gamble on him that way with him fighting a Charlo. You get what I'm saying? On their side of things. So that's what it seemed like to me. Canelo wants to do what he wants to do, and PBC is not having it. That's what it seemed like. Where he's gonna go to DAZN. The average someone was good with it, bro. BN Boxing News was good with it, family. Rumors PBC ain't got the money. Yeah, they saying they ain't got the money, but I think it's more so of the lines of them not being willing to give him that type of guarantee to fight who he wants to fight. Like nobody wants to give it. You think you get what I'm saying? You think he deserved $35 million to fight Charlo right now? Like under these circumstances. And like I said, from what I just read, this is what I'm reading that's out there. They saying like you know they couldn't guarantee their money with that fight. So you get what I'm saying? And again, DAZN, what I'm hearing is they can possibly offer him upwards of 50 million. So that's an easy decision for Canelo to make. K Causey was good with it, bro. You know he gonna want his money, so he gonna be all for it. You know what I'm saying? Nationality's Munguia is Mexican. I think he might be, bro. I think he might be, cause he might be. I think he is, from my understanding. PBC's gonna do the high guarantees period. At least that's what I heard during the Arab negotiation. Nah, Cal, cool. You might be right. And then again, look, Cal, you know, especially if you're not delivering the fight that would at least look like from a business standpoint that it's gonna guarantee them a return on the investment. You get what I'm saying? And the Jamal Charlo fight doesn't do that. But at the same time, you're gonna have people say, well, nah, they couldn't give him the money. Well, how about this one? DAZN could offer an even higher guarantee possibly. And like I said, upwards of 50 million. That's a lot of money. And if you essentially fighting the same opponent, it's an easy decision for a guy that is clearly about his bag. You get what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation. How much money do Crawford Canelo want in life? He should be fighting for legacy at this point. True Mexican warrior, just my opinion. Yeah, I get you. And again, you always going to come from a consumer standpoint. So I'm going to always understand where you're coming from. You're coming from a paying customer standpoint, and you want to see those fights. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to see guys just get paid. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not against guys getting paid, but for your dollar, if you could help it, you want to see guys fight the right fights and get paid at the same time, right?
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland. He said that they know how to read analytics. They know Charlo ain't worth that. You get what I'm saying? B-Dog is an easy decision. They're not giving you that. They're not giving it to you, bro. I was already signed when he first signed with the PBC, so they should honor it. Not saying I want to trouble Canelo, but if that was part of the 3-fight deal, then PBC should have paid. I think look, and I feel that bro, because listen, it makes sense, right? I think what really comes into play is him having an option to go elsewhere and also having an opportunity to possibly make more money guaranteed up front. You get what I'm saying? So as well as it might seem like they should have honored the contract, him as well, think about it, because he pulling out altogether if he's planning on going back to the zone, which I'm actually reading and hearing as well. You get what I'm saying? So he definitely about his bag. For sure. Tay in the building was good with he said. I think Canelo trying to add more names before he risk it. And he trying to add more dollars. He trying to add more zeros to his bank account before he risk it. Mike, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? But look, Munguia, I'm hearing it could be Munguia in Berlanga. Yes, sir. That's what your bro was hearing. I'm hearing it. It could be more Berlanga and Munguia, man. And I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me one damn bit, man. I could see it coming right now. I could see it happening. I feel like Oscar and Canelo doing a fight together, about to be a circus. Man, is it ever? It's gonna be some awkward moments. I tell you that. If Oscar in play, it's gonna be some awkward moments, or maybe Canelo gonna play nice because he getting paid. Maybe King Nello might play nice because he getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe him getting paid might make him play nice. You know what I'm saying? He might be a nice guy. Said the Berlanga is crazy and give fight at least be entertaining while it lasts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I think that's the direction I'm hearing they going. The average summer I'm hearing they going to McGee, right? I got McGee beating Edgar. Me too. Right now, Sean Clark in the building. What's good, my guy? It's been a minute. How you been, man? Good to see you in the building. Hope all is well, my guy. So I said, my man got 64 fights. I mean, what fights do we want to add? No, I think Hilltop. I think it's dollar signs for him at this point. You get him? You get what I'm saying? I think it's dollar signs at this point. Get more so than fights. He gonna add fights because that's the only way he gonna add them dollar signs. But I think he want to pick the fights that he most comfortable with taking right now. And you know what I'm saying? He want to take the challenges he want to take right now. And look, Munguia come with a set of risks, but I just feel like overall, he lacks the experience on that level, on that stage to be able to beat Canelo. And yeah, maybe from an offensive standpoint, yeah, he can make the fight entertaining. And maybe from a number standpoint, he can help the fight sell and do some numbers. So, you know, I get that, but I don't know what his chances. I can't give him very good chances of beating Canelo. I just can't see it. Don, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? JD in the building. What's good, fam? I just can't see it. I can't see him giving the kind of fight that would get him a win. Like, you get what I'm saying? If it goes to 12, it's hard to win a decision against Canelo. We all know that. Not trying to be funny. We just know that. We know that from previous experiences. And say if he was to pull it off, like, you know, how convincing is he going to pull it off? Is he going to get it? Is he going to get the nod on the judges' scorecard? I just don't know. But I'm not really here to complain, man. I think the biggest issue is the fact that Benavidez had to go up to 75 for an opportunity, which is crazy, even though I know Morrell is there. But it's crazy that he couldn't get that shot. And now that we forced to deal with, you know, this news of Canelo potentially, like I said, leaving PBC, going back to the zone and fighting Munguia and Berlanga. Now, I did read that it was Berlanga first, then Munguia. But like I said, I'm hearing Munguia first and possibly Berlanga. Drop the belts and do what you want to do. I don't understand that. But and you know what the problem is, Hilltop? He feels like he don't have to drop the belts and he still can do what he wants. You get what I'm saying? He like, the hell with it. I ain't got to drop the belts and I still can do what the hell I want. You get what I'm saying? I'm the king. Like, I do what I want. He literally said this in this clip, man. Bro said he the king. He do what he want. I'm like, man, he do whatever he want. Okay. So Ron Garcia tried to call us Sean O'Malley there. That another circus. circus lines because they ain't fighting each other and they know it. But I guess they could talk junk though. It's funny. Canelo not giving me the fights I want, not supporting. Yeah, Thrill's tough, bro. It's tough. It's a tough sell. You can't keep doing what you want to do and telling people, yeah, you got to pay for it to see me. Like, I think at this point, he just like, he feel like it's enough people that's going to support whatever move it is he make. And I think as long as he feel like he can secure that guarantee, I don't think he truly care. I think it's a part of him that care about the fans, but I think it's a part of him, a bigger part of him that care about his pockets more. And that's why you see him fighting guys like, you know, you hear about him about to fight a guy like Munguia for X amount of money. You get what I'm saying? So he want that bag. I ain't mad at you, get your money, but I think holding up the division, meanwhile fighting guys that are not really deserving of the opportunity, because you got to think each time you fight Canelo, it's the ultimate prize. Not only are you making the biggest bag that you stand to make in your career, and we all know that, it's no question, right? Not only that's you stand to make that, but you have an opportunity to become undisputed. You get what I'm saying? So you fighting for all of the belts, all of the marbles, and a big bag, and you got an opportunity to change your life financially and career-wise if you can pull off a win. So I think what comes with the opportunity to fight Canelo, to me, you have to fight meaningful fights. You have to fight guys that's deserving of that fight. You can't just be handpicking and selecting dudes, giving them I ain't mad at nobody getting their money, but then it be a little bit deeper than that. You're giving guys opportunities to fight for undisputed that don't deserve it. Jaime Munguia, man, damn, look the level of competition he been fighting. You telling me Canelo Alvarez makes sense next for him, and it's supposed to be who outside of the hardcore Jaime Munguia fans feel like he about to get in there and beat Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dissing the fighter, none of that. I ain't saying he can't be competitive. I'm pretty sure he will be. But I just feel like Canelo is too far experienced, man. Too good. It's not going to work in his favor, bro. It's going to be a very uphill battle. It's going to be a tough fight for him. And I think at the end of the day, Canelo just too smart, too crafty, too much experience. And he hit hard enough where if he catch him with one of them counter shots, too good of a counter puncher for an offensive guy like that, I think he gonna hurt Munguia. I think, man. I think he might really hurt Munguia. I do. Think Dervianchenko had him hurt? Man. Canelo standing on fight Mexicans and Berlanga is the play. I'm telling you, Cal, they said it's in the mix. Whoever on the WC commission, the fan. Canelo, man, Mauricio Suleiman got to be a fan. Yeah. Facts. Shelton, he doing whatever he want, bro. Feeling Brooklyn right now. Salute to my baby girl, Miss Just Do the Queen. How you feeling, baby girl? Peace and love to you, and don't work too hard. Naeem, what's good with the fam leaving? PBC too, if they not giving me what I want. I mean, I can get it on both sides, right? I can understand it on both sides, but I think my bad. Yeah, I can listen. I can see it on both sides, right? I can see it on both sides, but I think Canelo has less of that argument to make in terms of somebody not giving him what he wants, right? I get it, but I would ask the fair question from a fight fan's perspective. When is the last time Canelo gave us something we wanted? You get what I'm saying? He gonna get paid substantially regardless, man. But I think it do get to a point where the people are just simply asking for you to fight the fights that we think are exciting, that make sense, that are deserving, right? So again, man, you strategically maneuvered around Benavidez to the point where this man is now going up to 175. It's tough. It's tough, man. What's good with it, Naeem? How you feeling? Salute to my brother J Hardcore. JJ in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Peace and blessings to you, JJ Ryder, Munguia, and Berlanga, all B-class comp. Where's the A-class thrill? And look, you getting opportunities, bro. He's essentially giving these opportunities away for a chance to become undisputed and make that money. Like, and I can't say I understand it. I mean, not taking the biggest risk, and you keep fighting guys that we don't really care to see you fight. You know what I mean? This fight, listen, I'm not complaining at the Munguia fight. I think it could be entertaining, so I'm not complaining. I'm just, it's like, man, you know, I just don't see him winning, but I think it could be fun. You know what I mean? Slime Entertainment was good with it, bro. Canelo's supposed to be the face of boxing. With great power comes great responsibility. The man really literally comes out. He comes out with a crown on his head, literally. Like, he comes out with a crown on his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Miss Joe at Peace and Blessings Queen, how you feeling today? Good to see you in the building. Canelo gonna walk through Munguia. I think he gonna counter punch his ass out the ring somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? You seen ruined it for David Benavidez by being so disrespectful with Canelo. They want to give him that payday. I mean, you know what? I thought it was that for a second, Lines, but then I also seen that they changed their tone a lot when it came to Canelo, and it was a lot more respectful as of late. So I just feel like Canelo has got to a point in his career like where he said it. I do what I want. I do what I want. Like, you just can't get no clearer than that. Man say he do what he want. 3% of Canelo bags is having the commissioners look at the other way. I'm telling you, Hilltop, and they like, hey, man, as long as we getting paid, man, hey, keep doing you. And you get what I'm saying? And with him, it's a safe bag every time, Hilltop, because he's able to pick who he feels like he knows he can beat. He's not fighting nobody. And then this is the only issue with the people that he select. I don't think he's fighting any of these people really thinking that they can do anything with him. And I think the select few that we feel like can actually give him a run for his money is the ones that he's not fighting. I ain't here to call him no duck. I ain't here to bash him. I don't even want to go that route. That's lame. I just want to see fights that make sense. But again, this ain't the worst fight in the world. I do think a Munguia fight now is better than what Charlo could offer right at this point. Remo, my guy, let's talk fashion in the building. JBT Boxing got invested in the youth. Take that money that was given Canelo for one fight and get the people multiple amazing fights. I'm telling you, because that bad crazy, Remo. People really could get paid for real. Canelo didn't even 10 fight no more. Man, he don't be going nowhere near that, man, yo. It's just, he just got this energy about him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Never signed to no one contract deal. When I get in the pro boxing scene, I feel you, man. 23 and a better, man. He may and likely gonna knock Munguia out. Yeah, man. Most likely, man. He might spark him. 88 Sports Talk in the building. Was good, fam. How you feeling? Fate was good with it, bro. KO in the building. Big Texas in the building. Was good with it, brodies. Oscar literally just said in the interview today that Canelo Munguia fight ain't happening on May 4th. See what I'm saying? So again, back to the BS. I just don't know, bro. I don't know, KO. I don't know. So glad the PBC refusing to pay him to fight Charlo. That I am glad. I am glad of that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I am glad. See, but people interpreting that KO as they don't have the money. And I think it's a difference. I think refusing to pay for a fight that they don't feel like they're going to get a return on is different than not having the money. And I heard it out of Bob Aaron's mouth before as a promoter. We're not gamblers. We'll take chances, but we don't gamble. And I feel like that's probably the sentiments echoed around to each and every one of these promoters is these dudes don't gamble their money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't out there gambling. They're not out there to gamble, bro. You know what I mean? Hope Benavidez will come at what if fight. Oh yeah, man. But Ben at 175 is probably staying there. Yeah, it's crazy. They don't have the money, but he had Benavidez on the table. You get what I'm saying? It's just I hate that narrative. I think it's more logical, KO, to believe that they just not willing to pay for a fight that they don't think is going to be lucrative. And I don't think that's far-fetched. I don't think that's a stretch. I don't think that's nothing crazy to say. I don't think you bugging, none of that. Edgar Chavez in the building was good with it. Jersey was good, bro. Making a hard stance from PBC is great for the sport. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I mean, in a sense, but I guess if like I said, if what I've been reading has been true and some of the things been hearing, you was trying to get them to pay you this high ass guarantee to fight a guy that you was, so you were not. But listen, and I'm not knocking them, but I just don't like it. I ain't bashing them, but I don't like it. So you telling me not only do you want a high ass guarantee, you want a guaranteed win too? And I'm not, man, I don't mean to just count Charlo out, but he's seen better days in the gym, man. And I just don't know if going from Jose Benavidez Jr. to Canelo Alvarez is the smartest thing to do career-wise. Now, I know financially, yeah, that's always going to be a smart move, going there and risk it all for the bag. But again, we talking about guys that can actually have a chance to go in there and win. I just don't think Charlo is that guy. And if they didn't want to pay him for that, I'm definitely on board for that. And I think the weird thing about it is Munguia would have been a better fight right now, like I said, than Charlo. But, with Oscar De La Hoya saying that Munguia is not in play for May 4th, it's just weird. I don't know where he go. I just don't know. It's Benavidez off the table, Charlo off the table. You get what I'm saying? It's Munguia off the table right now. And you know what? It's funny you said that, KO. You saying that, right? Because I read that they fight. He will be fighting Munguia, but not first. I heard it was Berlanga first. I did read this. I read somewhere that those are the two fights: Berlanga, and then Munguia. Canelo, Dick, Charlo, Touche. You guys, they all deserve it. I mean, Charlo definitely deserves a shot. I mean, I ain't saying he don't deserve it. And notice I didn't say that. It's not that he don't deserve it. I'm just looking at it from a fight fan's point of view, where we're really going to spend our money for this, right? We really want to see a matchup where a guy could possibly, at least you want to see a good matchup, bro. Get what I'm saying? We're not against nobody getting no opportunities over here, but we want to see like guys really fight competitive fights, the best fighting the best, like not you fighting guys off of circumstances and bringing guys up multiple weight classes, fighting guys with maybe a ton of fights but still lacking that experience. It's like it's too much. You never fighting the best absolute available guy, and that's a little annoying. You know what I mean? After a while, get redundant, and it's like, bro, at what point do you give the people something that they could really look forward to? I mean, again, I think Munguia fighters wouldn't be bad, but is that who he really fighting? Like, again, Oscar just said no, so who is he fighting now? Dude running around here cherry picking for the highest bag possible, and people want PBC to be stupid. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to, y'all know how I give it up. I try to be so, what I mean, straight down the middle, man. But that's exactly what he's trying to do. Not only do he want the highest guarantee possible, but he want a guaranteed win to go with it. You get what I'm saying? He want a matching win to go with it. He want that guaranteed win to go with that guaranteed payday. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to be able to say, yeah, I choose you. Like, nah, bro. Nah. At some point, it got to stop. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan Canelo's kind of need to let him know he embarrassing them all with this duckery, man. It's kind of duckery. I'm telling you, Sean, I don't like it, bro. All this duckery, yeah, I don't like it, bro. I don't like it at all. Let's say they are running low on money. Wouldn't it be dumb for them to guarantee Canelo 35 M's to fight a fighter? No one wants to see him fight KO. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just trying to use logic because I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to say what I think makes some type of sense. Don't that make sense? Let's just go with that. And let's say that is the case, right? So again, why would you throw that much money possibly down the drain? And like Bob Arum said, and people don't like to quote him often, and I don't do it often, but I think he made a lot of sense when he said it. As a promoter, we're not gamblers. We'll take chances, but we don't gamble. We don't gamble our money. We'll take we'll see things and we'll make assessments and take chances, but we don't gamble, bro. And that's definitely, nobody can convince me that at this point from a financial perspective that Charlo and Canelo right now, that'd be a gamble. We just seen you fight the smaller Charlo that left a bad taste in people's mouth. That kind of killed people even wanting to see the bigger brother fight him. Then we get to see him. Although I think he looks solid for how long he been out the ring, that type of performance won't quite do against a Canelo Alvarez. That's not going to get you the dub. So that's going to be a hard sell to the people that don't want to see that, because we kind of know what we in for. So we don't want to see setup fights. We don't want to see handicap matches in boxing, bro. We just want to see the best fighting the best. And again, Jaime Munguia is a young, offensive, entertaining fighter. He comes to fight every time he in the ring. I'm not dissing him, but I'm not talking about just the entertaining fight. I'm talking about what's the chances that he really got the win. I can't ignore the fact that he lacks the experience on that level. I think to do anything with Canelo, he makes far too many mistakes defensively. I think to be able to do much with Canelo, I think Canelo will hurt him at some point. I do. I mean, salute to Jaime McGee. I like him, but Derevyanchenko had that man on skates. Canelo was gonna hurt him, in my opinion, and he still got those same defensive lapses and judgment. He way too offensive. He love to throw his hands, but he don't care about defense, and that's not good. All day he wants to. He just want to set up win, Mike. Another setup win. Canelo minus versus Mingus is not that bad. Art man, the great. What's good with Art man? How you feeling, bro? I don't care who you are. If you want me to pay you 35 M's a fight, you got this. You got to say so, and who you fight, yeah. Then I get to say so on who you get to fight. Yeah, if I got to pay you 35 million for sure. And I also hear KO that DAZN is possibly able to pay him upwards of a higher guarantee of 50 million. And you know, it don't sound too far-fetched with knowing how DAZN's, what we've been heard the stories of how they give away money. You know what I'm saying? So Justin, that company puts on the biggest fights, is going broke. Is the dumbest shit ever. Talk to him, 23. I love that. Talk to him. Dumbest shit ever, fam. Dumbest shit ever, fam. Dumbest shit ever. They say we would never fight Max or do no business with De La Hoya again. And he running back just a cherry pick. I'm telling you, it's nasty work. Look, my bad, y'all. Man, pardon me. I had an important phone call unexpectedly. Pardon me. Y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna keep rolling on Canelo. Take the 50 for David. Man, Aunt McQueen in the building was good. What he say? Get that paper, Canelo, but not on our time. Not on our time with all the belts. You get what I'm saying? Not on our time with all the belts. Pardon me, y'all. I had a quick phone call. Man, kids, school and kids, just relax and get that easy money. That's what he want to do. I guess for me, it'd be a little easier to ignore if it didn't equip, he didn't have all the hardware, right? I think that at least holds up the division. While you go on this hand-picked spree of opponents that you want to fight for the most lucrative bag possible. I'm not against no man making no money at all, but as a paying customer, a guy that would be willing to pay for Canelo Benavidez, Canelo Munguia, I don't know how I feel about that all the way right now. Like, and then again, with that not even being a possibility, who is he really gonna fight? So I don't know. It come to a point where all these games it get old, man. May 4th would be here in no time. So at some point he got to make a decision as to who he gonna fight, man. And you know, I just wish I had more of the answers, because from my vantage point, it just seems like when a fighter does what Canelo was doing, when a fighter is moving the way Canelo is moving, it almost makes me feel like he think he bigger than boxing, and that's never the case. And that's always a turn off for me as a fight fan, when a guy acts as if he bigger than the sport that he represent. Like I'm not a fan of that energy. And again, all of this selective, strategic hand picking and using your status to, you know, maneuver in or around top competition is annoying. Now we get it that you've been fighting, you know, you know, we get it. You got a hell of a resume. We seen the resume. We seen the guys you fought. But I think the right thing to say at this point is that you've been really ignoring the guys that really make sense. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Pardon me, family. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. I'm back. Everything good now. The onus is on the enablers, right? Folks only do what they can get away with, and I think so. And I think it's crazy right now at this point, Aunt McQueen. It seemed like the zone in a way would be the enablers, right? It's funny because just think about it. If from what we understand is true, if you were giving them like a Charlo or nothing type of energy, and it was like we're not paying for that fight, and you decide to go elsewhere because of that. You get what I'm saying? And they offering you upwards of $50 million. They are, yeah, fight game, salute. That's what I'm saying. I've been hearing that they could possibly offer you a more guarantee that PBC either ain't or can't, whichever one you want to go with. I think they're not beat for it personally. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a hell of a gamble on their behalf, and I don't think they're willing to do that. And for him, he about his money, and he gonna pick who he want to fight for it. So he's kept it moving. Low key blocking David's trajectory by holding the belts. It's crazy because now 23, David done essentially went up to, you know, his next opportunity gonna be at 75. You know, where DAZN has 50 million for Canelo versus McGee. Man, you know, it's crazy because fight game, because it's like you hear those stories about the way they been, you know, Eddie Hearn get that bag up. So I've heard that. That's something I definitely heard right before I got on here. I mean, I did hear that they could possibly offer him a higher guarantee, and that number came up 50 mil. So it's an easy decision, I guess, for him to make, especially if one of the same opponents is still on the table. So I don't know. It's just a mess that he made, man. It's unfortunate because it's a circus, man. When you should just be getting an announcement. Like, again, he took all his time to make an announcement to say who he wasn't going to fight, just for people to speculate and report that he is fighting this person, and then to double back again and say he's then now not fighting the same individual people been reporting that he's fighting. So I think it's a little lame. I wish Canelo would just let the people know who he fighting and just let it be what it is, man. You know what I mean? You get 50 million, how much McGee get? You know, you know how that works, Tay. He gonna get a little he gonna get that little he gonna get that little Salute to my bro Sean in that Sean Clark and that Cash App. Much love and appreciation to my bro, man. Appreciate
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, Sean. He said, I'm glad Benavidez moving on. Hope he speak publicly about Canelo ducking being the reason. Yeah, I mean, his father been going in and stuff like that. I love to hear from the fighters. I always do. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff that his father said, I'll be expecting it at this point. But some people was making it seem like, I mean, I don't know if you caught it, Sean, but Eddie Reynoso claimed that, you know, they never made no type of offer for him to fight Benavidez at all, which I think is BS. You know what I mean? I think that's that sounds stupid. It sounds stupid to me, but you know, I think Benavidez was staying in the division past the Canelo fight anyway. I mean, I think that was his ultimate goal though, Hilltop, because you got to think that's a 2-for-1. You get to fight not only for the belt that you lost 2 times, you get to fight for them all. You get to fight the guy that you want to fight the most and make the most money possible. It's a win-win-win situation for him. So I definitely think at any point where he would have got the Canelo fight, I think the next available move would have been to go up anyway. The Rise podcast and the building scene was good, bro. How you feeling? I'm David Benavidez. I'm crashing Canelo next press conference. On some Shannon and Cannon, let's go chant. Let's go chant. If he press him like that, that'd be crazy. If Nello get pressed by Benavidez like that, that'd be funny. But I know that'd be him going out of his character because he seem like laid back dude. Pretty laid back dude. From Dave Benavidez, man, he cracked Shannon and Cannon vibes, man. But I think he took his talents to 75, and that might be the end of his career at 68 at least. I don't see no reason for him going back down. So again, what Canelo decides to do has a damn ripple effect, man. I think Benavidez and company felt like they never was getting that fight, which is why they would even entertain a fight at 75. And then you got to think, if he's the win against Alexander Volstik, being David Benavidez, and position himself to fight the winner of Bevo and Better Be, and that's something he really want to do, why the hell would he go back down? I mean, I know it's a Canelo fight, but the likelihood of it, and I just don't think he'll ever get the fight now. So again, that Canelo Benavidez is a fight that I just don't think ever happened. I just don't see it, man. If it don't happen as somehow magically this year, which I think at this point it'll be pure magic for it to happen, I don't think we'll ever get it. I don't think this fight ever happened. Care whoever you feel like will win, lose, draw, don't matter. I don't see it happening. We're playing it smart when the Canelo move up. He back into face Benavidez. You said, Canelo move up? You think he going back up to 75? I don't. I think he learned his lesson. I think Bevel taught him something. You know what I'm saying? He ain't invincible. Stay your ass to 68 where it makes sense at. I don't see Canelo moving up, but I think it's a good move for David because it's like you continue in your career. Why sit still, have your career on idle for a fight that you might not never get? And you can't do nothing about it at this point. If beating Andre and Caleb Plant wasn't enough to get you that fight, then no fight is going to get him that. You know what I mean? Canelo just going to have to actually pick him, and I just don't see him ever having that change of heart and giving him the opportunity. I know they asked him recently about the fight, and he said, we'll see. But that just don't sound too convincing to me. Honestly, because the fight would have made plenty of money. It just seemed like I don't know. Is he protecting the bag? Because, according to Andre Ward, no matter who you are, you start to lose. That bag be a little different each time you lose. So I just feel like it's a situation where he just don't want to challenge himself against that particular fighter. And I know that might sound like a guy that's scared. I just feel like he's been fighting so long. It got to be something else. I just think I don't know, would he be embarrassed losing to this young kid, man, that they called the Mexican Monster? I just feel like he don't want to challenge him for one reason or another. I can't really put my finger on it, but that's what it seemed like to me. It just seemed like he don't want to do what it takes to get his man his opportunity. And anytime you bring it up, he just, he kind of shrug it off. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Leaving PBC. Again, I think a lot of people going to run and take it a lot of different ways. I just feel like if you had to fight Charlo to stay over there, I didn't want to see that fight right now. And if that's off the table, maybe that's good in a way, but I just don't know where you go from here. I really don't. Prime Politics was good with it, bro. So what's next for Bud? Heard he's a free agent again. I heard that as well, bro. Heard that as well. Heard Bud Crawford is what they said, the hottest free agent, man. Bud, a free agent is crazy right now. I don't even know what to think about that. That's why I said there's a lot going on in boxing. Canelo, they talking about Canelo leaving PBC and Bud too. But they said Canelo on his way to the DAZN again, back over there with Eddie, and possibly going to end up doing business with Oscar De La Hoya or something at some point. Probably fighting Boots or Zoof. Shit, I wish Boots and Bud was a real fight, but I think that's the only way that's a real fight is if somebody come up with the kind of money that's gonna make Bud turn his head a little bit. I think other than that high risk, low reward kind of situation is dead for him. Like I think he just passed it. Now the Tim Tszyu fight would be great, but Tim Tszyu is already lined up with Keith Thurman. Frequent fly salute, bro. How you feeling? I mean, he already lined up with Keith Thurman, so that takes him off the table, at least right now, too. And I don't know how long he want to just sit in the wind and wait for an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be crazy. A said, is this kid Raymond Ford good? Yes, sir. Raymond Ford is the goods. He can box his ass off. He can fight, man. Camden, New Jersey. You know he repping Jersey. I'm rocking with him heavy. I think he becomes world champion in this fight that's coming up very soon. I mean, he will be a world champion in my eyes. I think he got this one. He probably scared to lose his rabid fan base to another Mexican fighter. It's something like that. Sean, it's something like ego, pride. You get what I'm saying? It's something. Got to be something along them lines. You get what I'm saying? It's like you just don't want to give that guy opportunity. I don't understand it. I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I wish I knew more of what was going on. Like, because again, I'm starting to hear some things surface as, like they claim that they never was offered a fight with Benavidez. That's what Reynoso's saying. I don't know. I take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And I hear some people saying Benavidez didn't do everything he could to get the fight. Like, he really didn't want it as much as we might have thought. So I don't know. NHA2, he said, like Buzz said, cut the check. Yeah, he did say that. He said it. NH, he definitely said cut the check or stop talking about it. Lonnie Lee in the building. JPT, what's good, family? Boxing would have been better off without Canelo. The people who are paying for the bag are frustrated. Why lose fans over one guy? Right. That's why I say that you have a very good chance at beating, Lonnie. That you have a damn good chance at beating. You get what I'm saying? That's what point Canelo at. Like, nobody at 68 is, I don't think, a guaranteed loss for him. You get what I'm saying? It's not no fight at 68 that he don't have an opportunity and a realistic chance at winning. But it's just the fact that he don't want to take the chances was frustrating. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we not seeing this fight, I think, is a slap in the face to boxing, man. This would be a win, lose, or draw. This would be a damn good fight, bro. I don't care how you think it'll play out, or if you think Benavidez is too inexperienced for Canelo and don't got what it take. You can't tell me this wouldn't be a good fight. I just don't see this being boring in no way, shape, or form. Too much pride on the line in this fight. Too much pride and ego. David Benavidez, as the young man, he gonna want to prove himself against a guy like Canelo. And Canelo gonna want to prove that he ain't on his level. And then think about how this fight will play out. For real. Man, what is his options? His own top rank. Yeah, he gonna who that Hilltop who options, because I know they saying Nello is the zone. But won't be with Tyron. He told Bobby leave him straight to his face. Yeah, I doubt if he ever go back there. So they probably wouldn't even welcome him back. But when money fight EJ again, I was thinking that too. Tay, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man. I don't know, Prime. Oscar said there won't be no Mungia May 4th. That's what he said. They said words on the streets of Sanford trying down Benavidez offer. I'm hearing a lot. It's a lot going around, Thrill. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. And then they think about it, then they go right up to 75 now. I believe Canelo loves the fame more than the proving he the best. Yeah, I think part of him, I think how he moves, and this is all respect to him as a fighter. I just think he a little arrogant. I do. I think he a little arrogant. I think he feels like, look, I proved it already. Y'all shouldn't be asking me to prove nothing. You know what I mean? Anybody I fight is, worthy enough. Like, it should be good enough for y'all. I almost get that feeling from Canelo. That's why I don't like the way he moves. I could have him wrong. Pardon me if I got him all wrong. But I think that's how he see it. He feel like whatever fight he give us is a good fight, and we should be cool with it. I just don't know. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. Leon in the building. What's good with the family? How you feeling? And that's how I feel. He loved the limelight, Mike. He loved the limelight. Think he still loved the sport. But I think he's at the point in his career, he got all those 60+ fights. I think he just felt like he proved it enough where we shouldn't demand him to fight certain guys. It almost feels that way, right? I don't think I'm crazy for saying it. He gives me the impression that he looks at boxing and he looks at the fans like, bro, y'all should be glad that I'm fighting any of these dudes. Like, I don't duck nobody. He keeps saying that, but you maneuvering around. I don't like the word duck, but you damn sure ain't fighting the absolute guy that people want to see you fight. Yeah, Prime, I use Chime. Joe was good with a 420 Ryan head on the platter. We're gonna talk about that too, man. Because your boy Bill got a little message for Rye, King Rye. You get what I'm saying, Mike? I think that's what it is with Canelo. He a hell of a fighter. The man been fighting since he was 15. He about 3 right now. He ain't scared of anybody, right? But I think ego and pride is at stake, and that stuff is real. I don't think he want to lose to a young stud like David Benavidez. I don't think he's scared of him. And part of me feel like he probably, in his mind, he like, man, that dude ain't on my level. I'll fight him when I feel like it. I think that's his energy. I don't think I'm far off the mark because he literally said he do what he want. And if he's not doing what he want, if what's going on right now is not a prime example of a man doing exactly what he want, then I don't know what is. So, I mean, that's just how he is. And again, the only reason why I even demand for a fight like that with him and Benavidez, not only because Benavidez is deserving, I think it'd be entertaining as hell for the people. I think you would have once and for all prove to, not only Benavidez, but all his fans and anybody that think he can beat you that he can't. And it'll only take one fight for that. You get what I'm saying? Like one good fight from Canelo, he show up and beat Benavidez convincingly. Nobody ever asked for a rematch. So if this dude, if the reason that you ain't fighting him is because he ain't on your level, boy, would I sure love to see you show me. And I don't think it's out the realm of possibility. I think anybody could win that fight, but I think style-wise, I keep saying this, I think stylistically at this stage of his career, Benavidez is a risky-ass fight. And I don't know if he feels like if he should take the risk. It just seems that way. Ducking Memphis for 5 years. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. They're gonna pull a Beaver move. Man, he's not as disciplined and responsible defensively, Prime, as Beaver. That's what's gonna be his downfall. And I think the fact that he throws the same thing that makes him dangerous is gonna get him in trouble if he's to fight a guy like Canelo. You get what I'm saying? You stepping in there with a guy that is defensively sound, that has some pretty good head movement and quick, fast hands, good counter punching, good. Still got good reflexes at this point in his career. Might have slowed down the tick, but I think he still definitely got what it take to hurt a guy like Munguia and take advantage of his inexperience for sure. You know what I mean? That's something to say. A lot of people call him Tank the Face out. He say he the face until he retires. Out, he thinks he surpassed the sport. And that's all I'm saying, Sean. When you start moving like you bigger than the sport, it's just an ugly way of moving, bro. It almost feels that way. I like the dude. And notice I had this conversation with no slander involved. I just wish he would understand that people look at it as you calling yourself the face of boxing. Nobody really has an argument because you undeniably are one of the faces for sure, right? That you can't take from them. But I think when you start moving like you bigger than the entire sport, and it's like when I show up, I fight who I want, and I'm demanding to get paid this big ass payday too. So I just don't like that energy. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was more like, because I'm getting paid this much, because I am the undisputed champion, I got a responsibility to deliver fights to the people that not only they want to see, that makes sense for me to make. And I think at this point, maybe he feels like he put the legacy before the money early on in his career, whereas now it seems like he can kind of go the money route, money first, legacy second. Maybe his priorities is just different than how we see it in our heads. We want to see him go for a young line like David Benavidez. I think in his mind, he like, bro, that dude ain't on my level, and I'll fight him when I want to. And then I think a part of him, like, I ain't trying to lose to that dude either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. You will never know the answers, but him not getting in there don't make it no better. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a tough sell to say that you never avoided this fighter. I'm going to just use the word. I like the word avoided better. I know it might mean the same thing. I just hate the word duck, right? because they misused it and overused it so much. It's gonna be a tough sell when it's all said and done. 2024 passed and we go into 2025 and you still ain't fought a Benavidez. It's gonna be tough to convince at least a certain amount of people that it had nothing to do with you avoiding fighting them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but from what it looked like, I never heard him say anything that would make me think that he was gonna fight him. I never heard him really say anything. I always say we'll see, and he don't duck nobody, and he'll fight anybody, and I just want to see it. Then why not Morrell? He's only had 11 fights. I'm telling you, I love to see it. Scared him just I can see how I can say he ain't. He just don't want to lose to him frequent. I think ego and pride is real for him. For a fighter like him, he's very prideful. Think about it. And the only reason I'm not gonna say scared, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he started so early and he's been fighting grown men forever, right? But I think pride and ego is definitely real. Anthony was good with it, family. Casanova Hughes was in the building. He said 12 years. Can't see him beating Nello. I can see Nello beating Munguia, but Benavidez is gonna be difficult. That's what I'm saying. I can see him possibly stopping Munguia. Benavidez, I see that being a tougher fight for him stylistically because of what Benavidez brings to the table. And you know, you got the length, you know, they got that strong jab, good body shots. Like he can do some things in there that can give Canelo some problems, I think. You know what I mean? But it still would be a tough fight for him. You know what I mean? That's a winnable fight for both guys. But you got to be on point. Josh was good with it, bro. How you feeling? That Canelo ain't popping the way you think he is. Nah, Bole was good with it. People getting tired of him a little bit. Dave Morrell looking for that just do. Yeah, I like Morrell, man, a lot. I rock with him. Against his own countryman, Marquez say he should fight Benavidez. Right, you get what I'm saying? Arrogance, thrill. He gotta you not above the sport. You not above delivering fights that make sense and that are meaningful for the people. Rocky 3 is Canelo is Rocky. He needs that eye of the tiger back at this point. Yeah, he need to really, you know what I mean? Like I know he believe in himself. GP in the building. What it do, family? Josh in the building. How you feeling? I mean, it's food for Canelo. I think he is. I think the inexperience on that level and the lack of defense, the combination of those two will be his undoing. I just feel like those are two, you know, boxes that he just need to check if you're going to go in there and compete with a guy on the level of Canelo. You definitely need defense. Like I just don't see nobody just going in there all offense and beating him. You get what I'm saying? A guy that really don't care too much to show his defensive side of anything. Like I don't know. I don't see that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. He might be too tough for his own good in there against Canelo, and I'm pretty sure it'll go bad for him. Like these guys want for themselves. That's what I want for him. I'm like that. I'm like that to a certain degree, right? You know what I mean? I'm like that to a certain degree, but I think when you're at the point where, again, I think we talk about that responsibility, right? This guy literally, he say he the face. When you start talking about I do what I want, it comes off a certain way to me. And like I do what I want, but think about it. You can't do what you want if the people don't pay you. And it's like you said, the enablers. Like I said, man, there's some people that's always they just cool with paying their money to see him fight people. Then you got people like us that, you know, we don't mind. Like if you drop the belts and you doing this is different, but you holding on to the belts. You run around talking about face of boxing. You do what you want. You don't duck nobody. Meanwhile, Benavidez has had his hand raised for the last couple of years or so or more. You know what I mean? I'm just saying a couple of years or recently where you could say it's undeniable where he's been in position. And he's checked off the criteria that a Jaime Munguia has not checked off. He's fought the better opposition. How the hell would a Jaime Munguia make more sense? Or even an Edgar Berlanga being that Oscar De La Hoya shot down, Jaime Munguia. I did hear that Edgar Berlanga was in play as well after getting a knockout. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. How in the hell would those be the names as opposed to a Benavidez? And maybe it come down to money. I just don't know, man. But it's a shame that this fight didn't happen. That's all I'm saying. I don't got all the facts. I'm not gonna act like I do, but I heard a lot of what's going on, and I don't really like it, man. I just wish this fight had happened. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Josh. Appreciate you, bro. I just wish this fight was happening. I mean, Canelo a dog, bro. He'd give Benavidez hell just as much as Benavidez would give him hell. But unfortunately, we don't get that. And I think it's like a domino effect, right? I said this, man. What Canelo does it has a ripple effect. And you see the fact that he's still up in limbo, it seemed like, as to who he gonna fight. It's deep. Oh, I just want to see Morrell. No, man, we a Canelo fan, but I think he could give Benavidez some problems. Hell yeah, he will. Hell yeah, he will. Experience and things like that. And the fact that he's just a hell of a fighter all around. Like that's definitely a 50-50 matchup. There ain't no walk in the park for Benavidez. That's not hey, there's that. Hey, baby. Look who feeling better, y'all. Baby boy. Say that. He said it. Man, but yeah, he'll give him hell. They'll both give each other hell. And I think if you just look at where Canelo is in his career, he 33, 64 fights in. I think that's a lot of wear and tear. He's not physically what he once was before. I think it's safe to say that. Although he's still elite, but he's not physically the same exact fighter that he was 3 to 5 years ago, let's say. So you get what I'm saying? I think when you look at that, you factor that in. You look at him as that's a guy that was having sleeves on his knees, wearing them on his elbow and training, right? That's that same guy. So I just don't think that he moves exactly the same way he once did. And I think stylistically, I'm going to keep saying that. I think if Benavidez is successful is because his style gives him a lot of problems, I think. Guy that's going to want to throw punches. You get what I'm saying? You got the length like a Dimitri Bivol. He might even be longer. You get what I'm saying? He punch harder. He going to want to throw more punches. He going to have bad intentions on it at the end of his punches. You get what I'm saying? He goes to the body. He got a stiff jab to kind of offset some things Canelo want to do. He can make him really think in there. That young man, he going to keep coming. He got a gas tank for days. You know Benavidez ain't coming to gas, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I just look at it like that, and I'm being realistic. And he is a damn headache for Canelo, win, lose, or draw. Canelo, whether he win, lose, or draw, I think Benavidez stylistically is a headache for him. Physically, I think he's a headache. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I don't know if I want to deal with him right now. You know what I mean? If I ain't got to fight him right now, I ain't going to fight him. You get what I'm saying? Like, who says I got to fight him? He's not even that good anyway. You get what I'm saying? That's how Canelo look at it, y'all. He like, man, he's not even that good anyway. Who said he was that good? Who's Benavidez kid y'all speak of? It's not even that good. That's how he be treated. Big Keith in the building was good with it. Bole said, Bozy Energy said Boots was on Canelo's undercard Matthew. I believe Bozy or Mike Cat. Right. He might be because that date, and the main thing about that, bro, might be the date. I think Canelo's keeping the date, right? I don't think he's switching off the May 4th date, or is it? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he don't even care, bro. He said, plot twist, Canelo goes back to the table. Sounds to do PBC to fight Boo Boo. That's crazy. Ricky Williams, my brother. What's good? What he said? Canelo just being Canelo. And you know this. That right now, how about not at all? Telling you, he like, man, listen, I just want to see boxing while I'm boxing. You did? Yeah, man. We won, but again, notice I had this conversation with the utmost respect for Canelo as a fighter, because I rock with him. You know what I'm saying? He's given us plenty of entertainment through the years, but I just don't think – I think that when you get to a point, if in fact you're moving like you're bigger than the sport, the least you could do is not hold the division up and have all the belts while you do it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, go fight who you want, but let them belts go and be like, you know what? I'm going to keep making these paydays and fighting who I want. And that's just, you know what I mean? That's something different. At least other people have an opportunity to try to be great and add some legacy to their careers as well, right? Because you got to think, you're not giving people the opportunity. You're giving undeserving people opportunities while skipping over deserving guys. It's sickening, really, if you're being honest. You get what I'm saying? The fact that Jermell Charlo got an opportunity, I'm going to always stand on this. The fact that Jermell Charlo fought him first First, keyword first at 68 over a Benavidez is wild. Then you talking about a Hyman Munguia possibly, or Berlanga possibly. Like, the list goes on and on. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make this stuff up. And I like the dude, but you get paid a lot of money. And I don't think at no point is asking for a guy to fight the most deserving guy, especially for that amount of money that he's getting. And I don't count nobody's pockets but for what he getting paid, I'll fight all these dudes. You get what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know. It's just tough, man. I just wish he'd fight the young man. I just wish they could have found a way to make that fight. You know what I mean? I ain't here to call him no duck, but I just wish he would have fought him. Wish they would have made something happen on both sides. Bozy said they're sticking with PBC, right? I believe him. I don't know, boxer waiting on the PBC. I'm just a Cali fan. Hell no. You know it. Thomas Hill in the building. JBT, my guy. What's good with the family? Man, I'm telling you, man, I rock with the PBC, man. I think if that report, like I said, is accurate with them, like kind of pulling the plug on that whole you fighting Jamal Charlo thing next, and them not being willing to try to be willing to gamble, and I'm gonna just use it that way because that's the way they put it. That would be a gamble to them, I think. And if they wasn't willing to pay for that, and that led to you then seeking out, partnership elsewhere with the DAZN going back that way, then so be it. You get what I'm saying? But in no way, shape, or form that I don't think it's nobody in here. I don't think it's not one person in here that wanted to see him fight Charlo next after seeing, Mel Charlo in there. It just wasn't a good look. But we're gonna see. No, he back. He back. He is back. Say I'm 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 back. He said 147 to 160. PBC has the fighters. True. Joe said, y'all said Bill talk for Dad. Kid Austin, Daddy really talk for him. Nah, he really do, though. We're going to talk about that, too, man. But I just wanted to make sure we was all on the same page. And I made sure I spoke on from what I'm hearing. Like I said, I'm hearing that, basically DAZN can guarantee him more money up front, upwards of 50 M's, and I'm hearing that's possibly why he's exploring that deal. I still did hear Munguia was on, but like KO said, Oscar De La Hoya did come out and say that's not happening as well. So you just don't know really what to make out of Canelo's situation because it's becoming a circus. Not fighting the people he's supposed to fight, and I don't know. He's still getting paid like it though, right? So we're going to see. I mean, at some point, you got to make an announcement, especially if you plan on keeping that May 4th date, right? So either fight the right guys or I think run the risk of losing the people. I don't think people want to sit here and continue to watch you just get paid. You get what I'm saying? They want to see you fight. I don't think nothing wrong with that. Salute to Canelo, like I say, a hell of a fighter. That's why I want to see these fights because I feel like they're the best ones out there. And I'm starting with David, but that's not the fight. Hey, I don't know where you go. Munguia, Charlo off the table, it look like. I hear somebody saying Crawford is beefing up for a fight at 68. I believe it when I see it. I don't know what exactly Crawford doing, but I know he's staying in some shape. Like a chick who cheating with two dudes. They both keep taking her back. I'm telling you. Telling you. He in the building. Say what's good, senior. Say what's good, famo. P. Hunter in the building. What's good with it, man? Canelo retired his own. Will take another billion outlaws like he did a couple years back. Seemed like they ready to bleed some more money for him, P. Seemed like they ready to bleed some more money for him, bro. Know what I'm saying? Seemed like they ready to, give over that bag. You know what I mean? And again, if it's just to see him do more of the same, fight guys that we know he gonna beat, can't really get excited about that, bro. I can't. There's nothing that excites me about seeing a guy just make money. And I see the risk in Munguia, but I just don't see the likelihood of him beating him. Like, not on points. He's not stopping him. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's his method to victory? Outworking him? That's not even for sure going to guarantee him a win. Like, I don't know. It's just tough. You know what I mean? I just thought Benavidez was a better style matchup and test for Canelo than a Munguia. And maybe I'm wrong. Shit, maybe they on the same level, but I sure think Dave Benavidez got more to offer at this point. But what do I know? David Morrell has been a WBA world champion since his third professional fight. At WBA unification hasn't marinated long enough. You get what I'm saying? Somehow get a young man his opportunity, bro. Get a young man his opportunity. Does that sound like Tank? The trick that was whack would probably be madder than the dudes to keep taking it back. But Marcus, what's good, fam? How you feeling? I'm telling you, but look, man, I just guess you just gotta wait and see how it all breaks down at the end of the day. I ain't surprised by much no more in boxing, man. Leaving the PBC, I know that's gonna make the headlines, right? But whatever. At the end of the day, I think what's really important is not what network he's fighting under, it's who he's fighting. I think we all could agree in here that despite whatever network he on, we could care less as long as he's fighting somebody that we truly have an interest in seeing him fighting at the end of the day. And that's from the mindset of a paying customer, right? Like, we don't care what network. We don't care if you was fighting on Netflix, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you're fighting somebody that we wanted to see you fight, you know what I mean? We with it. You fighting on the Adult Swim network, we're going to find a way to that fight, bro, and support it. If you fighting somebody, we want to see you fight. And I think that's just what it's all about. So, again, I had this conversation without the slander and the rhetoric and the narratives. I ain't got none. I hear a number of different things from, the PBC ain't got the $35 million to pay him, to, that not being the case, them just not being willing to pay him to gamble on a damn Charlo fight at this stage in his career. And I think they would be smart for doing that. Like Bob Arum said once before in an interview, we're not gamblers. We take chances, but we don't gamble. PBC would be doing nothing short of taking a gamble if in fact it was to make Charlo and Canelo next. I think that would be a huge gamble, one that they probably would lose money out on. You know what I mean? They would lose out on. So, I mean, maybe this is silver lining to the fact that he's moving over there to DAZN, but then again, you just look at who they got their offer. I mean, it just don't excite you. It kind of moves him further away from a guy like Benavidez, even though he going up to 75. But it's just rough when politics allow you to just do what you want. You know what I'm saying? And he clearly said it, and they allow him to do it. So tell me when he wrong. Like, he ain't wrong for saying it. He know he can do what he want. Now said, yeah, baby, do say now ducking, he ducking, boop. He ducking. He duck. He duck. Yeah. He ducking. That little ducking. He ducking. He ducking. I know, Steve. He ducking. Say he ducking. You can say it. I ain't say it, right? 903 Boxing. Salute, family. How you feeling, Brody? And in the building, Tony, what's good, fam? There'll be a ton of intrigue in the Canelo versus Morrell. It really would, though. It really would, Bole, believe it or not. But you'll have them people pushing, he don't deserve it. What did he do to deserve it? Nah, he only got a Reggie belt. And he got this. He don't got a real title. And I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear it. The things that Morrell do well in the ring, those things give Canelo issues. Give a damn what you say. Now, I don't mean he'll necessarily beat him, but hell yeah, that'd be an entertaining, interesting fight. I tell you, more so than, I think Munguia, because I think people feels like Morrell beats Munguia right now. So, you being real, you know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? He said, was a report coming from that Canelo and PBC are going back to Matchroom. I mean, at this point, it's all over at this point, bro. All the outlets, man. That joint everywhere. And plus, and on top of that, I got a source behind the scene that's telling me that's what he's hearing too. That he's going back to Matchroom because they can potentially guarantee considerably more money. Like I said, upwards of $50 million. So that's a no-brainer for him. That is a no-brainer for him. Canelo's fighting Benavidez, he definitely not fighting Morrell. Yeah, if you're not fighting Benavidez, he ain't fighting Morrell for sure. That. How you trying to eat my face, boy? You pulling my beard, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. David Morrell, but like experience in big fights. Yeah, that's the only thing I think that works against him in the Canelo fight, to be perfectly honest. I think physically, athletically, talent-wise, yeah, he can hang. I just think, experience could play a factor in a fight like that for sure. Canelo got a ton of fights, and you can never overlook it. But I think it do get to a certain point where some guys just, are going to be a tough test for you. And he ain't exactly the guy that he was 3 to 5 years ago, like I said. So those fights, I think, would be physically demanding and tough for him. I think he really had to go in his bag and be on his A game. I don't think he could, afford to be less than himself against a Benavidez. Same thing with Morrell. I think those dudes that you really got to be prepared to go in there and win. And the same way they are, because I think those two young, hungry, confident young men, and they want to win. They want to impress. They want to win. So we'll see. We'll see, man. Time is going to tell. I think Morrell said he'll follow Benavidez up to 75 if he had to. So he said, I'm going to get food for Canelo, and we know it. And he know, right? 903. He know what time it is, bro. He know. Morrell's like Frank Martin, dangerous but lacks experience. Facts, like, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? And that's true. That's just a fair statement. I just think the fact that he got a version of a title takes him out of that prospect range. Like, people look at the number of fights and determine prospect. I look at the quality of the fights. I look at the fact that he was fighting 12 rounders since his third fight, and he fought for that version of a title, and he's held it ever since. So it's tough to still hold him in that prospect light when you see him beating guys the way he did. He got some quality wins on top of that, as well as constantly defending that title. You know what I mean? So I rock with Morrell. I like what he's done thus far. GM was good with it, bro. I think it can only get better, and it would make more sense for people to try to catch him now. Better early than later. I think he's just only going to get better, to be honest with you. And as he continue to get better, man, he's going to be a problem for any older guy on the way out. So David Morrell, even the Benavidez, those are the type of guys that you probably rather run into earlier than later. Baby boy getting his words in too, so y'all don't pardon me, y'all. He was just out there whining like a brat, so I had to, Papa Smooth, get all that set. So right now you back happy, laughing, and making noise, right? 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 You crazy. Are you looking at me like that? You crazy, man. You silly. Why you looking at me like that? I'm trying to bite me. You get out of here. You crazy. Get out of here. Low key and Billy, more dangerous than McGibb. I got Morrell over everybody. I think Morrell beats him Billy. I think he loads up too much. I think he'll beat him McGibb. He's too defensively irresponsible. I think he has the best chance at beating David Benavidez at 68 outside of a Canelo Alvarez, right? So he got that chance. But it's unfortunate we can't get to see them dudes run it, man. Talk to that, man. Most of his last fight, dude had brain problems. Who you talking about? Oh, you talking about Morrell last? See, you talking about one fight. You're not looking at the body of work. The body of work tells the story. Only a blind man can't see what Morrell is, and will keep highlighting the he literally beat a guy up so convincingly, an undefeated opponent, Ados. And that man slipped into a coma. I'm glad he came up out of there, but that man is literally the truth. You know what I'm saying? He beat the hell out of Ados, who was a damn quality opponent. Lennox Allen, another quality opponent. He got more quality wins on his opponent on his resume than you think. Like, if you look at his 10 fights, is better than people's first 15 to 18 fights. You get what I'm saying? If you want to be real. So that's how I look at that. And when you look at guys like a Benavidez, with much respect and credit to him, with Demetrius Andre not being a 68-pounder, with Caleb Plant, having a couple of losses, I don't favor those guys over Morrell right now. And those are the best two opponents on David Benavidez's resume. So with that being said, I feel like that fight with Morrell and Benavidez makes a lot more sense than what people think. Way more sense. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think he's a prospect. I think he's past that point. whether people want to recognize it or not. And if you can't see that he's further than that, further along than a prospect, just look at the way he fight and look at how convincingly he beating people. He ain't struggling. He not having a tough time in there. He not having a hard time figuring it out. He getting in there and commencing to beating ass from pillar to post. And if you tough enough to last, he's just gonna beat you up. But these last couple of fights, he been really putting a hurting on these dudes. So he one of them. You crazy. He one of them games. You just gonna say it, dude. Shut up. Be quiet, yo. You be quiet, yo. You crazy. You be quiet. So I think the dude is dangerous, right, Joe? Only a blind man can't see where Morrell is. I'm telling you, he really that. Go ahead and keep doubting him, especially this early. He's saying you're right, Dad. He's like, he's ducked, right? Say it, Mooch. He ducking? Is he ducking? Let me know. Yeah. Get off stuff, man. Zach B in the building. What's good with it? Carlos Adames. I like Janet Beck a lot. I think he beats Diamonds. Now, I think he definitely got the opportunity to beat him. He said, put the baby on the mic. I'm telling you. Yeah, he definitely trying to get his chat on 135 amateur fights. Just like, they have a lot of amateur experience. Yeah, Morrell amateur background is nuts. And I think it transitioned over to the pro game and pound for pound boxing talk. And the fact that he got his mind up as a pro fighter, that he's coming to hurt you. He know he's in the hurt business, so he ain't coming to just outpoint you. David Morrell makes it his business to impose his will on you, bro. And he does that with putting heavy fisticuffs on you, bro. So bro could fight, you know what I'm saying? His ass off, and he got power in both hands. He a two-handed fighter. He can move very well. He got good balance in there, good defense, good reflexes, good punch. He got a good arsenal. He got a good tool bag, bro. And he go in it. I mean, he can box. He gonna be tough to deal with. It's gonna take a good ass fighter to beat him. Watch what I tell you. A damn good fighter. Johnny back more polished than the Diamonds too. Yeah, many stamina issues. That's a good point. 903. That's a good point. The Diamonds do slow down. Son says, I'm sorry, did I break concentration? Yeah, he did, yo. He crazy. It's the way he be looking at me when I be talking, because I can really look. He trying to talk back. Huh? What you say? That. Mm-hmm. What you say? You silly, man. The entire chat and all the MVPs. Salute to my guy Zach B and my guy Big Dog Willie coming through, putting the color in the chat. Much love and appreciation to my dog. Said the Adventures of Bushwick Bill coming April 1st, 2024, the greatest event in YouTube boxing history. Don't miss it. What's good with it, Big Dog? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
You silly. Salute to my guy, Big Dog Willie. What you think about Ammo Williams? I like Ammo Williams, bro. He calling out he called out Erickson Lubin 903. He said he had knocked Lubin the you know what out. You know what I'm saying? He had knocked Lubin square out. That's what he said. Said he want to smoke with Erickson Lubin. I like Ammo though. I do. I want to see the Plant versus Charlo. Forget Canelo. I think that make more sense, Fate. I think that's a more competitive fight than what Canelo was gonna bring at this point. And even a Caleb Plant fight, Caleb is still giving him all he can handle. I mean, he got to be on his A game for that too, because Caleb really could fight. People underrate him because he ain't a big puncher, but Caleb really can fight. Man, I'm telling you, like if he was blessed with concussive power, it'd almost be a cheat code because that kid can fight to me. Let's see. Morrell is doing what he need to do right. Just beating the guys they put in front of him. Meanwhile, pound for pound, he calling out the other names like, look, I know y'all there and I love a fight, but if I can't get it, I'm gonna just keep beating what they put in front of me till I get to y'all. Ammo versus Lubin, hell yeah, bro. 903, that's a great scrap. He said that, I was like, oh, he said knock Lubin out. The F out. Benavidez don't want no Morrell smoke. Yeah, Benavidez Senior got mixed feelings on that Morrell smoke. Box, you just don't got that KO power. Yeah, that consistent stopping power, man, to give you something to think about throughout the fight. Because if he had that against Benavidez, we might have a different fight, man. And Williams built like a soldier. I promise you, yeah. Like Caleb Plant combos are different, right? Cuzzo. Then he double up. He got tendency to sometimes, like he did it with Darrell when he doubled up with that left hand. I just don't think people really watch how he get his work done because he ain't the biggest puncher. But I'm telling you, that dude really can fight. That's something I noticed some years ago with him. I was just watching him like, yo, not for nothing, Caleb Plant can really fight. And it's like all it take from a fight for average fan is to see you lose for them to say you ain't nothing. That dude can fight, bro. He is something. He can fight. And I like watching him operate because he ain't the biggest puncher, but he coming in there to fight and he ain't laying down. You're going to have to beat him up. You could beat him, but he ain't going to lay down. Yeah, ammo built. It was muscular as hell, but got a solid gas tank, man. And he getting better. He knocked out an undefeated dude in his last fight. Good win for him. Yeah, Caleb's Truax fight. Yeah, from Truax. Yeah. I remember said Lubin did or said something back in the day, so he went to fair one. But what Devin do? So I had to. Talking Slizzit, running them jibs, cuzzo. Running off at the jibs. Getting a little tough. Got a little tough. You know what I mean? I know this story. Got a little tough back then. And it paid for it. You know what I'm saying? If Caleb had power on, and better stamina, yeah, Fuss, Canelo, and Benavidez, or just even the stamina. Like, he boxed well enough where he can get past not being a KO puncher. But I think you mix that in with having a tendency to slow down in the second half of fights. I think that's too tough. That's tough to overcome. Stat gas tank issues, so to speak, or. His coach don't think that's the case, but I think that his style, he just uses a lot of movement and energy. And I think, with somebody constantly pressuring you, you can slow down just naturally throughout a fight. I don't even think it's that he got gas tank issues. I don't. I just think fights are more grueling than what people realize too. You know what I mean? I think certain styles require a lot more stamina. Like with the movement, he's always presenting like a moving target and trying to give you lateral movement and different things like that. That's what makes Caleb Plant a hell of a boxer. You get what I'm saying? So I got a tendency to overlook the fact that he ain't a big puncher, but he can fight, he can box, and it's fun to watch. And he can take a shot too. Take a shot. I'm watching another Canelo fight until it's Benavidez Morel. Yeah, GM, it's tough to pay for a Munguia, a Berlanga. Like just throw the names out there. It's gonna be tough to sell where you like, yo, yeah, I'm paying my money for that. It's tough. I would say I will allow that slide. Caleb B level because his power only with his skills up there. Facts with the elite facts. Facts and elite level skills. Caleb he got a chance. Yeah, I'm telling you, he going nuts over here. It's funny. You gotta see him. He crazy. He be tripping over here. Look how he looking. What's up? You silly, bro. Oh, you got John Beck and Andre at 160. That's a good fight. If Andre, I'll tell you this, 903, if he could return to the Andre, that we know at 60, you know what I mean, at the top of his game, not burning out gas tank wise, that's like a 50-50 fight. But John Beck gonna be a good scrap, a tough fight because he can fight. But look, I like if Andre, his gas tank is normal or it need to be, I can lean towards Andre pulling it off. Because I don't think John Beck has that Benavidez type pressure. And I don't think he's as heavy of a puncher as Benavidez. I think Andre to be able to navigate the rounds a lot better with a guy like John Beck. John Beck don't constantly apply, that constant pressure like Benavidez, where it's mentally draining for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you could see like 2 fights in a row. His pressure mentally wears guys down, physically and mentally. And you've seen it both with Andre, you've seen it with Caleb Plant. Like you seen it with Caleb Plant first, then you seen it with Andre. You seen it with Andre immediately. Caleb Plant took him about half a fight first, and then that pressure started to really take its toll. But yeah, man, I can lean towards Andre if he returned back to form at 160, bro, because he's definitely dangerous at 160, man. And you ain't never seen him gas the way he did against Benavidez. But I think the added weight really hurt him in that fight. The way he rehydrated for the fight. Big Dog Willie back in the super chase. Devin punched through a wet paper bag. Devin's on PD. You stupid. Damn, he said that man got to be on PD just to get through a wet paper bag.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Beck is that guy to me in that division. Yeah, Johnny Beck a beast though. It's his division to win or lose. Him and Adamas, I think, are two of the best at 160. I do. I think Adamas is real, but I think he already, he got a loss. Obviously, he can be beat. And Johnny Beck, he's still doing his thing. So I like both of them. Johnny Beck was called Adamas. That is the fight they make. They've been calling they said something about fighting each other. That's what they said, and they both got titles, I believe. Am I right? The mental fight you just had and Ben fight for sure. So Benavidez camp doesn't want the Morrell fight for Benavidez. Why not volunteer Pacheco? Yeah, he'll beat Pacheco up right now. I think Pacheco will get served by Morrell right now. J-Rock gave Adamas good work. Facts 903. That's why I think Johnny Beck could be a tough fight for Adamas. It's a winnable fight for him, but it's a real 50-50. Either guy could win. Whoever got the better game plan going to win. Yeah, and unification. You get what I'm saying? Because it'll make all the sense in the world. And the fact that they both show interest in the fight in itself is more the reason to make it. Why not? Why not make the fight? Man. But at 54 is scary. I mean, look, he need to. I mean, I think that's what makes sense for him right now at this point in his career. He gave a lot to 147 too. The fact that he said it was hard for him to make the weight is enough reason for him to go up. And I think it's more lucrative fights up there, especially if you don't plan on defending the belts. The only option for Bud is 54. Respectfully, I mean, he has options, but I think the more likely one is 54 simply because, the demand for him to fight a Jerron Ennis, if you stick around at 47, I think to avoid any of that unnecessary energy, like you just going to find yourself letting them belts go. I can see that. PBC will freeze him out. They saying they saying Bud is a free agent too now. They saying Bud is a free agent. They're saying Budrick is a free agent. My guy, Buddy Crawford. I just want to see him get, meaningful fights. I don't know where he goes. I don't know what's going on with the Spence situation. That be sounding like it's in limbo. It don't sound good. I don't know. It sounds a little shaky. Rob Walker in the building said 154 for Bud, 160 for Spence. Up next. I wonder. I just want to see him fight, though, because he said he got 2 fights left, and I want to see him. Boots benefit if he keep calling out Bud and beating all these dudes. Yeah, I mean, keep calling for it and demolishing guys, man. You can't say he don't deserve it. My guy, Buddy Crawford. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Buddy Crawford. It's that man somewhere in the gym staying in shape, ready to beat somebody's ass. I'm telling you. Somebody, man, I don't know who he's gonna fight. I guess I'm still gonna lean toward it being Spence though, as opposed to anybody else. Because the way it's looking, all these options are kind of drying up. Tim Tszyu, Occupy, you're not fighting Boots. The money fight, obviously. I guess Spence. I just don't know. I don't know where you want to go. You know what I mean? Canelo at 68, about to fight somebody else. I don't know. Go to 160, you will be comfortable at the weight. And when Bud's stalling you out, homie, yeah, man, it's going to be tough. I don't know what's truly going on with their situation and why it ain't. We ain't really had no type of updates. 154 getting interest. His ass is a problem. And that's another thing. 903, Zayas and Lubin talked about fighting each other too. Zayas and Lubin talked about fighting each other. That's an entertaining fight. If they decide to mix it up as well, it's a fun fight for the people. Zayas and Lubin. That's why you're not gonna give him Zoo or Charlo. Nope. And Charlo out the mix because he's just out the mix right now, right? So I don't know. I don't know exactly what his options, and that's me just trying to really see from a fight fan. Like I don't know who's left to fight it. If it ain't a Spence. Like I don't know where you go. You know what I'm saying? But from Nebraska, it was me. You could fight, wrestle, and hoop. Everything else, I'm telling you, you're a jack of all trades. I promise you. Promise you that man is a jack of all trades, bro. He played pool, table hockey, checkers, connect four, table tennis, bro, on everything. Volleyball, connect. I mean, what else? Foursquare, bud, just do everything. Jack of all trades. Ain't freezing about out his business. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if they'll freeze him. I mean, I don't see how it would benefit him, but yeah, if it make money, it makes sense. But I don't know where he gonna go next either, though. If it ain't Spence, obviously, right? Just if that's not the case, so I don't know. He's not a money guy. Yeah, man, it's a couple fights out there that might be lucrative for him, though. That's why he has so many money fights in Nebraska, because he don't sell out. Budget, man. But if I lose at 54, I wonder how long will Boots run at 47 be due to the lack of like quality opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how long he'll stick it out. You know what I mean? Boots a hell of a talent, man. I want to see him nothing but active. I'm talking about he can't make the weight. He should vacate the rest of the titles and move up. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling for him to be stripped. I think if he realistically don't plan on fighting at 47 no more, that's the right move. It's the right move. It's logical. You get what I'm saying? All things real. It's very logical. Vacate the titles, not be on some, somebody strip you. Oh, you don't deserve to be champion stuff, but simply you allow the division to continue to move and people get opportunities to fight for titles. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you've been there, done that, you get to move on and continue to be great. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I hope we hear something from the situation, know what's going on with Bud. But salute to him, because that man probably retired undefeated, to be honest with you. Who got paired with his mandatory Cody Crowley. He did. I did hear a little whisper that Cody Crowley might end up turning it down again. You know what I'm saying? I did hear that. Man, so I don't know, man. I know he had an opportunity to fight him before, and they said he turned it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Cody Crowley, man. I don't know. I don't think he want that fight. We ain't hearing nothing from him, and we know what he did last time. So it's crazy that a world champion, I don't care how he got the belt, it's crazy that a world champion is still searching for opportunities when he should be the opportunity now for somebody in position. And that's crazy that these dudes will still pass up on him and be like, nah, I don't want to fight. They won't even try to fight him. I guess, dude, I don't know if it's crazy or what, but I guess people just know they can't do nothing with him. Not Thurman swoop that belt up and Boots vacate. So, yeah, keep timing. Keep throwing me. What is Crowley doing? He not Canelo. Yeah, he just sitting there fight game. Just, Cody don't want that beat down. Yeah, I think that's going to be a tough fight for him, bro. A very tough fight. These who he fight, Barrios, Stanionis, and who? Yeah, 154 is where the big fights are for Boots. I was thinking that just looking ahead, Hilltop, and the main reason I'm saying that is it don't have nothing to do with Boots. in a way, it just got something to do with the lack of the opportunities. The lack of the opportunities presenting themselves for Boots. And it seemed like at some point you're going to find yourself up a weight class, right? He's going to be up a weight class to you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to go up a weight class, it seemed like, to really get the fights he want. You get what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like to me. We will see, because the man only got y'all smashed like Brown for the rest of the Bush moved up months ago to 154, tested waters. It just seemed like that's where the opportunities might come for him. And I feel like one of the ways to kind of eliminate this whole nobody wants to fight you, I think going up a weight class typically kind of fix that, right? I see guys at 54 being willing to challenge him. And you got some entertaining, interesting matchups up there. Could you imagine a Boots versus a Jesus Ramos, y'all, at 54? That'd be a fun fight. Even Boots and Virgil Ortiz is back on the table. That's at 54. Like, I just feel like it's more fights for him that's entertaining at 54 that dudes might really entertain. And I could be wrong about that, but something tells me dudes at 54 would be willing to fight him. Guy coming up to their weight class, maybe they feel like they got the ups and give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? But it is some interesting matchups at 54 as opposed to 47 with Bud and EJ leaving the division. It just leave a big gap. And I think it's really Boo's division to win. The only thing that can stop him is lack of opportunity in politics, or both working hand in hand. I do. It do, NH, it do. His biggest fight be with the promotional companies. Boo's just got a bad 47, plenty of work at 47. I mean, there is, but the way the opportunities seem like they're coming for him, Bole. It's always worked there, right? I don't want to dismiss the talent that's at 47, but I just think it seemed like he keep running into the same issue every time it's time for him to get in there. Now, I mean, Cody Crowley, it should be no reason why we shouldn't be seeing Cody Crowley tweeting or saying he definitely wants to fight with Boots. But Rosie's dad said on 147, undisputed at 147. Yeah, I mean, I hope that don't be a detriment to his career, sitting around trying to wait for things to shake out at 47 for him. I hope he, you know what I'm saying? I hope he's able to get the opportunities, because as it stands right now, it just seems like he's not able to. I'm seeing running it with next. Crowley's supposed to have turned down the fight. He may be able to fight Ben. And Bozy Ennis shot down Conor Ben, P. Hunter. You know what I mean? For Boots, if that's what you're talking about. Bozy Ennis shot that down. So that's the crazy part. So it's like, it's too many unknowns, man. And that's the frustrating part. You just don't know what's going on. Like Canelo, the DAZN, who is he fighting though? You know what I mean? He's bag chasing clearly. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, Spence in the way, Boots in the way. Where's Gary Antoine Russell? Somebody please tell me what the hell is going on. Barrios, yes, is willing, Bole. I ain't mad at that fight. I'll take it, because I'm with watching guys that's willing to fight simple and plain. And I'm with that. I'm with that. I thought that's the direction they was gonna go too, but it should still be an option. Barrios is really willing to fight whoever, and I like him for it. I appreciate him for it, man. I like Mario. Mario's a hell of a guy, man. Yeah, man. It seemed like nobody want to take that fight. Crowley dragging his feet. Back-to-back looks. And Stan Jonas is there, too. Stan Jonas is there. Respect, because Stan Jonas, I think, could take it. They just got to work it out. They got to get boosted in fights, man. So, Bob, besides, I'm telling you, yeah, right now, it's like, I think things are still kind of stagnant because of the belts are still all in one place too. You gotta see it shake. Once you see that tree shake a little bit and the belts disperse, people get to fighting for him, you probably see more interesting matchups. But the fact that it seemed like the belts are tied up by one guy, it seemed like dudes are comfortable taking, not the biggest challenges. Like people trying to I think, position themselves for them belts when they become vacant. I think that's what it is. That's what we're seeing. And as a result, the division has just been stagnant. Stanionis hasn't fought 2 years. Yeah, he been inactive, man, for the longest. It's gonna be it'll be a tough fight for him either way. I don't got him beating Boots either way, but he is there though. Got it. He need a fight at this point though. Hey, dearly for trying to fight Ortiz. Facts. Yeah, real talk. Barrios ain't turning away no Smizzo. I mean, he all about it. He all about the Smizzo. I like the young Barrios, man. The young Barrios. 3 cancellations is wild, man. That's tough. And then, one of them being something you couldn't control, that you had to get his appendix taken out. Virgil Ortiz not being, healthy. So it just was like that fight was cursed, bro. I couldn't believe it the last time it happened. I was like, wow, that fight really ain't going to happen. When I seen that they moved on, I was like, sheesh. Undisputed at 147 might be a bigger challenge than Bose anticipated. Once Bud vacates, and belts are very likely to get dispersed across different networks, making fights even harder to make. It's very possible, bro. It's very possible. Very possible. And then Ortiz went to 54 on top of that. And then the ripple effect. Yeah, Ortiz and Stanionis could have fought. But think about Boots and Ortiz at 47. That took that fight off the table. That's why I said at 54, that fight is alive again. It's back on the table. Throw Ramos in the mix. Lubin, imagine the shit. Even the Lubin and Boots. That shit you don't think about, man. Look around the political figures in the sport, right? As Azteca Warrior willing to get in there with anybody, any and everybody. And now from Jahai, he had another draw in his last fight, so I knew he back in that lab. He had a draw, I believe Jahai did in his last fight. They never wanted Ortiz to fight Boots. I don't think so. I don't think they cared about it. I don't think they ever cared about at least on their end, because I don't think they ever felt like they was ready. I mean, they said as much. Mr. M Pride in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? Yeah, he had a draw in his last joint, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, he did. Let me go to him just to be sure. Yeah, that Dose of Genius joint fire, but we ain't never gonna get it. Yeah, I don't think we ever get that fight. If the Canelo Benavidez fight don't happen this year, we'll never get it. Yeah, man, that's a disservice, man. I don't understand how they ain't make that fight. That is what it is, man. Boxing for you. That's boxing for you, man. That's boxing for you. Francis. Yeah, he had another draw, majority draw. Well, not another draw, draw. Not, you know what I mean? That's coming off that loss. So it was like, you know what I mean? He was coming off a loss, and then he had a draw. So he 10-1-1, 5 KOs. And he moved up to 54. And they ain't giving him no close decisions, man. They kind of been tough on the young man with the decisions, so he been having it tough. They should have cast Stanionis or a little something on that ish. Hearn had another. No, Jahai. Jahai, my bad. If I said Jahai, I said Jahai. Jahai Tucker, yeah. Yeah, man. He been having some. I just feel like these fights are competitive, but he getting raw deals. I got like some I got some theories as to why I feel like it's like that, man. It's tough though. Canelo, Benavidez, and Saudi eventually. I don't know, man. At this point, I don't know if it's money that's stopping Canelo from fighting Benavidez other than him just not wanting to. It's the reason for him not wanting to. Maybe he just don't, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, he just got a weird way of showing it. I think Charles Conwell problem. No, I don't know about Golden Boy. Yeah, I like Charles Conwell. He's a good fighter at 54 too. He another one I think will make some interesting fights moving forward. Tay D was good with the Tyrone. Even have any welterweights? Shit, any notable ones? Any notable ones right off the top? I can't think. Don't give me the line. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, he was on his ass, right? Nah, but yeah, man. Listen, man, dudes will wish to reach the level that Tank is on. That's the crazy part. So that's why I say a lot of that stuff said about him at this point just be sour grapes, or people just not liking him, or trying to make a headline off of something. They saying, kid, that's bar, but oh yeah, they do. Brian Norman. They got Brian Norman. I could think of it off the top. Jahad Tucker was down there at welter. He moved up. For sure, they got Brian Norman. Salute to Brian Norman. I forgot about that signing. That B. Norman signing. I forgot about it, man. But yeah, man, I don't think Canelo Benavidez is happening, and we're going to see how that Canelo saga unfold with his DAZN ventures, man. With his DAZN ventures, we're going to move on. Tiger Johnson. Another one. See, Bole, man, you don't get me the line. That's another one. It is, though. Tiger. Pretty sure they got a couple. But them definitely for sure. Tiger Johnson just got a good win, too, the other weekend. What was it, Friday he fought? On a Friday? All right, man. Man, I got to talk about this, man. Got to talk about this. I got to, man, because I've been seeing this floating around for a while. I've been seeing this floating around. I know people got a bunch of different opinions on this situation here. And, I think people be missing the bigger picture with situations like this. Yeah, it's Brian. Yeah, they could. They definitely could. There's a Mexican I'm forgetting. Oh, damn, he ain't at 47. He at 35. Damn. Damn, I can't think about it, man. My memory is not the best, y'all. Don't give me the line. It's like you gotta jog my memory for me. But yeah, B. Norman is definitely there. And he continuing to win and polish his skills, so he gonna be there. Next gen in the building. Ain't a bad fight, but Shakur ain't the one that's supposed to be trying to line that up. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Now I seen this on Twitter too, and I have responded to it on Twitter. And Shakur had responded back. One thing about these boxers, boy, you could tell they used to responding to trolls because they don't process things too well. But with this fight, I'll start with the Kid Austin thing. Like I said, this has been going on for a little bit with him and his pops. His pops running social media, so I think a lot of times those posts, I think, are coming from his father. I think I've heard him say as much. Like, when that, so that his father running social media. So I think all that Shakur is a duck this and duck that. You can't duck somebody. There was never no offer being made. Like Oscar never discussed the Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin fight. He was just telling Kid Austin. I was just telling Keyshawn Davis that he'd make the fight with him and Kid Austin at the end of this year in Vegas. You get what I'm saying? So how you go from that's what the key ingredient. People are mad because Shakur suggested Abdullah Mason. I'm going to just be straight as hell. Kid Austin, a hell of a young fighter. He's just going to keep getting better, I believe. I think it make a lot of sense for anybody if there's somebody of substance that could fight him. you better off fighting him now than later because the kid just gonna get better. I do believe that. You know what I mean? With the natural order of things, Golden Boy keeping him busy, keeping him getting his season, and I like it. But I think people missing the bigger picture. They mad because Shakur suggested a different fight for him. First things first, man. I don't know if people paying attention. I said this way before. I don't know how many people got Kid Austin beating Shakur right now, but I don't. I don't know how just all of a sudden, because this is a fight, because he called for the fight means he should get the fight. I don't, and I'm just being realistic, going from the level of competition that he's in there with to him. And then I don't want to hear it. Well, what did Yoshino do? And what Yoshino this? And what did this one do? Like, we're going to turn this into some bullshit. The fact of the matter is Oscar De La Hoya willing to put a guy that he's fully behind in there right now with Shakur Stevenson? Is he 100% that Kid Austin could defeat Shakur Stevenson? I know Kid Austin and his pops. I hear what they're saying, right? Or I definitely hear the pops. They definitely feel like they'll beat him. They want to challenge themselves. They want the opportunity. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't have no issues with it. But I'm just looking at it from a realistic standpoint. Fans, you can tell when fans don't like a fighter because even when a fight makes zero sense at all, because there's other fights that make more sense, they'll jump all over it. Well, nah, Shakur, he called you out. You about to duck another opponent? Duck. I'm gonna say this because I hate the narratives. I ain't never see Shakur duck nobody in his career. I ain't seen it. If he did something behind the scenes that I don't know about, maybe I'm unaware. But I haven't seen a fighter that he ducked per se. I mean, maybe it's some stuff that I don't know about. But to my knowledge, I ain't never seen him duck nobody. So Devin Haney wasn't ducked by him. You get what I'm saying? This wouldn't be ducking. The fact that he checked their temperature, see people missing it. First of all, let's not lose your heads. What is he supposed to say? Yeah, I want to fight you just because you said you want to fight me. Do that really make sense? What would beating Kid Austin do for his career right now? To go through the trouble. Then you got to get through the promoter bullshit with Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum. You get what I'm saying? I just don't think that'd be something that they're trying to do, especially on his last fight of his contract. Even with that being said, if Shakur said yes to this, I guarantee you Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't be saying yeah. He literally just said to Keyshawn Davis he would make him and Kid Austin at the end of the year. So you telling me now that's all of a sudden changed, and he just was talking. So now he's going to go from that to Shakur Stevenson. So that makes sense. I just don't think so. Then I'm going to go a step farther. I think Kid Austin should call out champions, but it wasn't his father. Yeah. It was his father. Yeah, I think he should call him out too. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Beth was good with it, bro. I got Mason all day. I do too in that fight. Only Tank beat Shakur if he right. I'm telling you, Shakur taking the kid off the school. I think it's just early for him. That's all. But look, I'm gonna say this and try to make sense of it so nobody think I'm protecting. This ain't no protecting other fighters. I don't give a damn. If this was the fight that we could see, give it to me. I think Kid Austin can give anybody a good fight. Will he beat him? That's the next question, right? I think that the experience level or gap is just different, right? I think it is. Where they at in their careers, I think it's just different. Although they might have close to the same number of fights, I think the quality of fights has just been a bit different. You get what I'm saying? Again, he had an extensive amateur background, so you get it, the Olympics and all that stuff. So I think the where they at in their careers are different. I think it'd be premature for this fight, in my opinion. But again, if this is something that either of those dudes wanted, I would take it. But I think it's his father doing the calling. And then, look, just tell me if I don't make sense. Zepeda, we know Zepeda turned down Shakur when he had an opportunity to. Gertz was good with it, bro. We know Zepeda said no when he had an opportunity to, right? We know Kid Austin Pop said he'd break Shakur jaw in 3 or 4 rounds. He won't be able to hold up to the pressure. They appreciate the generational wealth, the opportunity that they'll be able to get from that fight. There's nothing wrong with none of that. That's how they posted talk. There's nothing wrong with it. But by his own admission, if you think Zepeda is the tougher fight for your son and you're all about making the biggest and best fights against the toughest guys, you said by your own admission, you think Zepeda is tougher. He already turned down Shakur, so them two not going to fight. Zepeda is actually weird. Ain't Zepeda over there on Golden Boy? Ain't he over there on Golden Boy with Kid Austin? Kid Austin on Golden Boy. William Zepeda on Golden Boy. Sound like a very easy fight to make, especially if you feel like that's the tougher fighter out of the two. Well, I picked I get it, he the champion and you stand to make more money, but you also got to be realistic. And you got to ask yourself, is your promoter really willing to throw you in there? Of course, you're going to say your son to fight Godzilla if he could. You know what I'm saying? If Godzilla was an active boxer, you would be saying your son could whoop him. And I ain't mad at it. So I get it. I get the call out. I understand it. But how realistic is it? Or is it just an empty call out? You'll beat him in 3-4 rounds. Your power is too much. That almost give me casual vibes. You talking casual stuff now because we know if it's one thing about it, that kid is hard to hit. Shakur Stevenson is very hard to hit. It's going to take you a lot more than 3 or 4 rounds to hurt him and get him up out of there. So that's just my honest opinion. And I get Kid Austin said when they sparred, you know, Shakur couldn't hit him and he could hit him. I always take that stuff with a grain of salt. He said it, but I also know Shakur is his favorite fighter. So again, if Zepeda is a tougher fight for your son, he's a tougher fight. He's on the same side as y'all. Y'all really got the same promoter. Y'all can go make a fight. Why try to make a fight and jump the line? And you know that guy, Shakur, ain't got no plans on fighting you. Top Rank ain't got no plans on putting him in the ring with no damn Kid Austin right now. And that's just being real. But it's crazy how people and fans abandon logic when they don't like a fighter. So now Shakur just out there making his own fight. So now because Kid Austin said, yeah, I want to fight him, Shakur now is supposed to say, all right, yeah, Bob Arum, I want to fight him because he said it. Like, I get it, but let's be realistic. You get what I'm saying? And it don't work like that. Like, unless you can talk your way into it, this shit became a thing. And again, if they in the DMs, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. Not that. If they in the DMs talking about, you know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want nothing to Abdullah. And then I heard it was another DM that said they was just promoting that they wasn't serious. Y'all can miss me with all that Shakur need to fight him. The minute that somebody said they wasn't serious about the fight and they just promoting, don't tell me what he got to do. He got to go fight somebody that's probably not even serious, that more than likely just promoting, like he said. It's a lot of seasoned guys. Abdullah B, I'm telling he different, man. He said not the high-pitched voice. You get what I'm saying? He had Dr. Shakur out 3-4 rounds, though. That's what he said. Kid can't even beat Dos Santos. That'd be a tough fight for him. George Smith in the building. You know what I mean? By the top rank since Shakur. Now it's gonna be tough. I think he might be I think he's their best fighter over there. I ain't saying I think Shakur is the top rank's best fighter. They need to treat him accordingly. I don't see a Kid Austin fight being made. I want to be very clear. I'm not against it. Kid Austin to make a tough fight for anybody because he in the gym. He can fight. He's always, you know what I mean? He's well schooled, you know what I mean? He's young, but he's still learning. You know what I mean? I think it's a Shakur fight sounds early. Like just me being realistic now. If both promoters is in line and the fighters want it, yeah. But I get why Shakur said what he said. And again, if you taking on all challenges and a guy basically just said, you will beat him if you get what I'm saying, then I want to hear what your energy is toward that as well. Because see, if you really feel like you could beat any and everybody, you'll respond like such. And I know Abdullah Mason, everybody mad at, Shakur suggesting that he fight him, but Abdullah Mason ain't mad at it. Abdullah Mason reposted it. He don't got no problem getting in there. He ain't had no problem with what Shakur said. But we not going to start this like he ducking them and he's scared of him. Man, get that garbage out of here. If he said they in his DMs talking like they don't want to really fight. I mean, I don't know. It's Abdullah going to get a shot until she go move up for it. You're going to be spoon-fed for the next 2 years at least. Yeah, you're going to get that seasoning, man. You got to get that maturation process. He's very young. You got to think. Abdullah's still 19, so he got time. You got time. You get what I'm saying? 2 more years. He's 21 years old, 22 arguably. Yeah, I mean, He'd be right on point where he need to be. More ties next up for court. Negotiations go sour. I hope so. I want to see more tie, man. Mason seems like a guy. He'd fight anybody at D for the win in the build. I think Abdullah fight anybody. And I chimed in on Twitter on this post to Shakur, and he was saying Zepeda ducked him, and I was telling him I know, but I was saying I said to him, Don't it make more sense for two guys working with the same promoter to make a fight with each other? Especially if that guy feels like that's the tougher fight for him than you. I know you the bigger opportunity, but he also say he want the best fights too. So clearly Shakur ain't got no plans on even giving this dude an opportunity like that because he don't feel like he deserve it and it would do nothing for him. Like, he didn't work his way there, none of that. Somebody just feel like he's supposed to just wake up and be like, yeah, I'm going to just fight him just because he said it. Like, that was the case, then he would have got the Haney fight, right? The same people that saying Shakur should fight Kid Austin are the same people that was saying that Shakur did nothing to deserve a chance to fight for Undisputed. Those are the same people. The same people that say he didn't deserve to fight for Undisputed, being a 2-division former unified champion, are the same people that are now pushing, yeah, fight Kid Austin. Fight Kid Austin. But what did Shakur bring to the table? It was what the Shakur brought to the table when it was the fight for some belts, right? But now when it's time to fight for his belt, it's like, nah, he should really fight Kid Austin. Yeah, Kid Austin said he wanted to fight. We're going to ignore it. We're going to act like he didn't say. I don't give a damn what he said, man. They said a lot. They just was talking about Keyshawn. Oscar De La Hoya literally just said he gonna make a fight with Keyshawn Davis and Kid Austin at the end of this year in Vegas. Like a damn fool, knowing he just was talking. But come on, I'm just saying he ain't serious about this. They not serious about this. They throwing shit at the wall and seeing what stick, man. And they use Shakur name as the latest thing. Yeah, let me just call him out. Nah, call Zepeda out. That's on your side of the tracks where it could easily, a fight between the two could easily be made. Come on, man. Be serious, man. The people not even realistic. Listen, man, I'm not mad at the call out, but I take it with a grain of salt because it's not that I don't think they would take the opportunity. You'll be a fool not to take the opportunity to present it to you. If you can talk your way into an opportunity, then do it. I ain't against you getting an opportunity, but I'm like, we're not considering the business and the promoters, man. Them dudes ain't making that fight right now. They're not making that fight right now. They not. And I feel like the guys that's doing the calling out know full well that they're not making that fight right now. So don't see what I don't like, though. Don't make him out to be a duck because he's not willing to just give you an opportunity that you don't deserve. If skipping the line was that easy, everybody would be doing it. You get what I'm saying? Especially when that man more than likely got his eyes set on unifications and such, things like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just tough, but don't paint him out to be no damn duck. He ain't ducking no Kid Austin when it's just now became a thing. Like that's why I don't like the word duck. They like, he about to duck another opponent. Like, man, miss me with that. He ain't ducking this dude. He ain't ducking. No smoke from no damn Kid Austin. Well, that made more sense to Shakur to say Keyshawn first, not Mason. Now, I know why he said it, cuzzo. I feel like I know why he said it, though. For one, Keyshawn Davis just fought, right? That's my reason. And that's my initial reasoning for it. Keyshawn Davis just fought. And then you say you're young, hungry, young boy because you feel like if you're really bad, let me see how you're gonna respond because they know how people look at Abdullah Mason. And he responded just like he probably thought he would like not really paying it no mind. Now, if you taking on all challenges, then fight him. You know what I mean? You just calling for smoke that you really don't want. You in DMs talking about y'all just promoting and y'all don't really want to fight. And I knew all of this before all of this stuff got said because I told you I'm tapped in like that. So miss me with that. Fans are just fans. They see stuff and they jump all over. Look, Kid Austin's calling him out. He's not saying anything. He doesn't want to fight him. Man, miss me with that. For all of y'all that think anything negative, Shakur can't fight. He ain't this, he ain't that. Bet your money on him the next time he fight. Put your money where your mouth is. I guarantee you, everybody that got something negative to say about him won't bet against him. They won't bet against him. I bet you they won't. They won't bet against him. Bet your money. Bet your money, Kid Austin, to beat Shakur in a 12-round fight so you could lose it. And respect the Kid Austin. You're a hell of a fighter, but I think his levels, I think the competition has been totally different. He says you're just not the guy. I have still yet for somebody to prove to me that. Senior, ain't nobody prove it to me yet. You get what I'm saying? I don't have no proof. I don't have no proof of it. I see 3-division champ, 21-0. I ain't seen nobody prove to me that he ain't the guy. I see people making excuses why they shouldn't fight him. All types of stuff. He ain't this, he ain't that. He a runner. If he all that stuff, you got to be able to beat a guy like that. You know what I mean? That don't sound like a real difficult guy to beat. But I bet you they won't bet people that talk that stuff. They won't bet against him. Since Keyshawn been talking to Kid Austin, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. But I see why he said it though, because Keyshawn, Mason just fought too. But that shit was a quick ass knockout. And I think he proved your point. He proved the point with the Mason thing, man. I think he proved the point with the Mason thing. Proved the point. You threw out a name that you know, if you're really out there looking for challenges, there go one for you, and I bet you won't take it. But again, if you really want the opportunity, why not say yes? Even if you know the fight not gonna happen, why ignore it and act like you don't even want to mention his name? So, you know what I mean? He said she proved herself Thursday night in Vegas. Some say that, man. I'm just not that I can't look at boxing that way. You know what I mean? I can't look at boxing that way. I don't reduce nobody to one off night that he still did his thing in. Winning with one hand, if that ain't impressive, I don't know what is. I don't give a damn in what fashion you did it. You got the dub. I will say for Shakur, that's set for Loma and maybe Tank. All the others don't deserve that kind of out the window. Yeah, slim pickings. Yeah, he know he not. He's just calling for an opportunity he know he ain't gonna get. He know it. That's all. Like, and it's crazy. Fans, depending on the fighter of who's being called out, they'll push it. Yeah, he should fight him. Yeah, he should fight him. Yeah, all right. That's just stupid. That's like to me, him calling. That's almost like people advocating for Tank to fight Pitbull again because Pitbull won it. Just because he won it. He don't deserve it, but he won it. Different scenarios, but same circumstances. You get what I'm saying? You just asking for something you don't really deserve, to be perfectly honest. No, I know, see, I know, bro. I know. It's all good. They got it. I bet you they won't bet against them, though. They won't bet against them. But I think people just took this as an opportunity to jump all over it, man. I'm not making too much out of it. I don't think he really want this fight. I think it's his father using his social media. I think he doing what he's supposed to do. If you want an opportunity, closed mouths don't get fed, especially in boxing. So look, it worked. It worked for Rolly, right? In a sense, right? It kind of worked for Rolly, right? It worked for Ryan Garcia in a sense, right? You know what I mean? I get it. Talk a little trash, maybe you get the fight. I get it. But I just don't see it as being realistic, though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind it, though. I wouldn't mind it, but I think it's a number of different fights that's gonna come before this one. I don't think you're gonna see him in there with that level of competition. No time, not right now, right? If that's safe to say, not right now with Kid Austin. I don't think you're gonna, you know what I mean? I think they're gonna keep getting the seasoning on him, and I don't know. I like what I see from him, bro. He's a hell of a fighter. I'm respectfully not picking him over Shakur right now if they had to fight. Just experience level, I think this is just a little different. And I think if he get more fights under his belt, like I think Kid Austin is one of them kids. He better to fight now than later, right? I think the longer you allow him to work and he get more season under his belt, he's gonna be more dangerous to deal with. But I think right now it's just a little early. That's just me. I could be wrong. He could go out there and prove me wrong, but I just don't think that's a fight that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, you know how difficult that is, especially with you not being some concussive puncher. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You already ain't the biggest puncher with two hands. Now you strip down to one and you still pull it off. I'm always respect it. I don't give a damn how it sounds. I just know what it is. You know, I don't think I ever see that again, though. You know, I don't think I ever see him fight like that again. But time will tell. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see him back in June. Hopefully June is his date that he come back. And again, I'm because I'm realistic and I know how boxing is. I ain't expecting it to be no marquee name because I know that's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna have to chalk this one up, and people gonna have to be mad because it's not gonna be who you want it to be. Shit, I don't think it's gonna be who you want it to be either. But you gotta get through it. Shakur, I believe what his daddy said. Salute the fight game. He said, call Al. They called Al. Shakur gonna collect them belts one by one. Like someone he gonna try. If that politics, I think politics gonna stop that, man. We probably see Shakur at 40 sooner than later. The way they be acting. Kid Austin is ranked pretty high in WBA. That's for Tank belt. Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, they'll call for that fight right now if they could. You know what I'm saying? He say, and you know what I like about Kid Austin? and why you can't be mad at the call outs, why I wanted to make sure, regardless of what I think, I'm not mad. It's not a negative thing. Because he just say it's nothing personal, it's just business. Like he want to share the ring with other good fighters. That's the only way he could prove that he the best fighter in the world if he get in there. So I like his energy. I like his attitude. When he's speaking, that's things that I've heard him say. So I ain't mad at him calling nobody out. That he box, he a fighter. He's supposed to call him out, but I don't think it's realistic though. Not right now. Very premature. But the kid is strong. He got power, but the fact that when you start just talking about power with Shakur, that's what you banking on. Like, I already feel like you're gonna lose because you're gonna have a lot to deal with in there, and you got to land that power to be able to knock somebody out. And we gonna see. Time will tell. Oscar De La Hoya need to stop fronting like he gonna make these fights, and he know he not. That's what he need to stop doing. With his little fishnet wearing ass. Okay, I'll say if I call you out, it's not a diss, right? And that's why I like him. There's no diss. He just want to fight, and you can't be mad at that. He's clearly telling like, look, it ain't no disrespect. It ain't none of that. Look, I just want to fight these dudes. They good, and I want smoke. I like him. I don't mind his pops saying what he's saying because he pushing his son. Part of me do believe they feel like they can knock Shakur out. I definitely don't believe. I believe he believe that now. 3 or 4 rounds. I think he was doing some promoting right there, but or maybe he might say he really believed 3 or 4 rounds. That's all it'll take. But I think he'll prepare for far more than 3-4 rounds with Shakur Stevenson if they're fighting him. You get what I'm saying? He ain't that silly. He know that's gonna be a tough fight. That's part of the reason why he'll want his son in there because I do believe he want him to get every opportunity that's coming to him, right? And again, how you gonna prove what you are if you don't get in there with the absolute best? So again, salute the kid Austin and Floyd Schofield, senior and junior. I rock with him. I mean, I ain't mad at him, and I hope Shakur read what I said on Twitter about that's just me being real. That's not me being any protection of him. I'm just saying if your father is saying, I think Williams Zepeda is a tougher fight anyway. All right, go after the tougher fight and the more likely one to make because it's on the same side of the street, as they call it, right? That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying, Shakur, don't fight him. He got to fight guys on his side. I ain't saying that. I'm saying the more likely fight would seem like a guy that shares the same promoter on the same side. And if you're not willing to put him in there with Zepeda, then you definitely not going to put him in there with Shakur. You get what I'm trying to say? That's why I'm advocating for him fighting Williams Zepeda. I want to be clear. Salute to Kid Austin and his pops. The reason why Just Do would be advocating him fighting a Williams Zepeda is because they're on the same side. And it seemed like an easier fight to make. And that would be a gauge for me. I don't even feel like he got to fight Abdullah Mason. If you're willing to put him in there with Zepeda, if you're not willing to put him in there with Zepeda, I know you're not going to be willing to put him in there with Shakur. So that's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? And again, it's crazy. So you telling me you rather see Kid Austin and Shakur rather than Abdullah Mason and Kid Austin? Like that's a bad fight. People almost got mad at Shakur like it's a bad fight. What's bad about that? And like I said, Abdullah Mason reposted it. He seems to think it's a pretty swell out there. You know what I'm saying? That young killer don't care. He ain't over there like, why Shakur using my name, man? Nah, he get it. You that bad, fight him. I got somebody you could fight realistically. But see, when we talking realistically, a lot of boxing fans don't deal with reality. So they're going to just skip and be unrealistic. Yeah, Shakur, you got to fight him. He said he want to fight you. Yeah, he said it. He said you should fight him. Yeah, all right. That makes sense. Make a lot of sense. That shit don't make no sense. With Smile, I knew he was with this. Yeah, you knew it, cuz he got that little look on his face. That's why I like him. It's entertainment. I'm going to allow it to be exactly what it's supposed to be. Entertainment, yo. I like Kid Austin and his father, yo. I ain't mad when I hear him say he said 3 or 4 rounds. I thought it was funny. I'm like, damn, y'all going to get the best defensive fighter in boxing pretty much out of there in 3-4 rounds. Show me this shit. Part of me, like, yeah, I would love to see it just so you can see. But again, they in it for the biggest and best opportunities. And you getting both with Shakur. You getting a real challenge. And he'll get an opportunity to make some money. At least that's how he feels. He says it's generational wealth. That's where he referred to it as. So I ain't against it. Dante Boxing. So what's good, bro? Kid doesn't need to step up competition. He still hasn't had. Yeah, a real good step up. Maybe Liddell Rhodes. I see what they're doing. They moving them in the right direction. I feel like, right? But I think it'd just be a significant jump to go from the level of competition that he's been in there with so far into Shakur. That's just my opinion of it. That don't mean he don't have no opportunity to win the fight, but that shit gonna be tough, bro. Shakur ain't nobody that you just gonna walk in there inexperienced and wet behind the ears and just like have your way with. I just think the level of IQ when you in there is just gonna be different. Now I know people gonna revert to sparring. I'm not trying to hear none of that sparring shit. Under them lights, that shit is different. That man showed me in consecutive fight after fight after fight, it is very hard to land a glove on him. Better yet, combinations. And you talking about all this knockout 3-4 round stuff. That shit is just wishful thinking at this point. That shit is wishful thinking, bro. Is one dude performance away from a tank fight. He shout out the next time. Bad fight is a wash. I wouldn't be looking behind if I was him. Andy Cruz. I mean, I just look at it like this, right? I think we've kind of lost sight of like what the objective is of boxing sometimes. And although you always want the most entertaining fight, especially for your time, especially when you're paying your money, right? But I know that it's the sweet science. I know it's hit and not get hit. I know offense is one side. That's where the excitement lies. But I also find a certain amount of enjoyment in seeing defense executed at a high level consistently in a fight, right? So I feel like we got to be careful as to what we're doing. Are we saying even if you win, if you have less than a stellar performance, you don't deserve a big fight because you didn't look as best as you should have looked, or you didn't look as great as everybody thought you should have looked. Get what I'm saying? Now just think about something real quick. Just going off that logic, right? Look how bad Errol Spence looked in his last fight. So because of how bad he looked, right? Do he deserve a rematch? You get what I'm trying to say? So now all of a sudden, do he not deserve an opportunity at other big fights because he looked bad? And I'm just going off the logic. I don't want to try to break it down and go through the layers. I just want to go off the logic. If that's what we're going off, if you having a bad performance means you shouldn't get out and you win. That means and think about it. This guy lost. Does that now mean that he shouldn't get opportunities at other big fights because he looked bad as hell in his last fight? You get what I'm trying to say? Nah, it sounds foolish. Like, you get what I'm saying? You just don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Never forget he won. So I think at least until he lose in a bad performance, he'd be like, yo, because of that, yo, you might not get that fight because of that. Then you got more of an argument. But until somebody beat him, I think bad performances have been a part of boxing for the beginning of time. I just think we've gotten to a place where when we see it, we like, you can't do that. Yeah, you could. Unless you're not human, bad performances happen. But again, how many guys have badass performances and still win, bro? It's just a little different. So I'm never going to be an advocate for a great fight not happening because one of the guys involved may have not looked his absolute best in the fight. I can't do that. And people could push that business shit all they want. I'm pushing the fact that the dude's still undefeated. Ain't nobody showed me that they could beat these two bad boys right here, and that's the reason why they should run it. I'm going to always be like that. That L out the way early and learn more about themselves in the process. Yeah, it's a silver lining to it. But shit, nowadays, you could win every round and still be treated like an L. You get what I'm saying? You could win every round. I seen Keyshawn dominate not even Jose Pedraza. I seen him dominate Pedraza. I seen him dominate Anthony Yiggett. And people say, oh, he should have did it. He should have beat him. He should have knocked him out even sooner. He should have did this. He should have did that. It's like these people just don't give credit where it's due. It's a styles thing. Y'all be being honest. No, a rematch shouldn't be based on public demand. Nah, it shouldn't be. It should be based on if the guy actually made a case for winning the fight. And I think that's where people get it wrong at. They want their rematch based on their personal feelings, but, due to a bad performance and how this fighter talks. I would understand it warranting a rematch if he made a case, any case at all that he won. I don't think nobody watched at the end of that fight and thought he won. You get what I'm saying? Unless you was just being a hater or being mad at the lack of offense to the point where you like, man, ain't no way you weren't doing that. Move all that movement, you lost. Like, that's weird. Like, no, he did. He with all that movement, he still won the fight convincingly, not a doubt in my mind. Should have been a UD just like it was. He didn't make no case for why he deserved a rematch. People don't say that part, though. They just like, oh, well, I personally feel like, but he didn't make no case in the ring. That man had 12 rounds to figure out that he had a less than 100% fighter in front of him. And this is the way he fought. And again, y'all letting De Los Santos off the hook way too easy. The man said he didn't have no power, this, and that. And you fought him like he had just as much power as you. That's how you fought. And he was injured, and your timid ass didn't pick up on that. So that was bad judgment by you, your corner, your trainers. Y'all didn't pick up on that. And again, I will show me another De Los Santos fight where he was that reluctant to let his hands go. You can't find it. You can't find it. So Shakur obviously was doing more than what the naked eye is picking up on, because this guy wasn't engaging either. He was standing right in front of him. It was like they was looking in the mirror at times, except Shakur just had any answer when he wanted to try to initiate any offense. Shakur had the answers for it, and people didn't like it. He eliminated his chances on the worst night to be successful and look good. He said, look, I know I'm not about to look good tonight, but neither are you. It's so many layers you could look at this fight. I know I'm not about to look good because I don't feel good. I know I'm less than 100. I know I'm injured, but I'm going to make for damn sure I make sure you don't look good either. And he didn't. So it's like mission accomplished, bro. If I look bad, you look bad. The difference is I might look bad, but I won. You know what I mean? He didn't have a bad performance. The fight as a whole wasn't entertaining, and De Los Santos needed to shoulder some of the blame for it. Yeah, right. That's why I say it's not totally a bad performance. Think about where we at in boxing, bro. And this is not just his performance. I've seen it in the Keyshawn dominating performance over Anthony Yeager. I've seen it dominate him, and people still ask for more. So it's like, I don't know if this is necessarily bad because he didn't do it offensively. Like, given the circumstances, I think it was a great performance. Offensively, hell no, I'm never going to say that. I'm pretty sure he know that. But bad performance, I don't think so. I think that's a bad man right there. And until somebody prove me otherwise, I don't got no reason to question his skill set and his talent, bro. I don't. A bad night in the office, I ain't gonna get you. So I give you that. That's a good point. That sounds like didn't perform at all. That's fact. I'm telling you. Show me another fight. Look, go to his fight right before that against Joseph Adorno. Man, he pieced Joseph Adorno up for, I think it was a 10 rounder, for 10 straight rounds. Pieced him up. Like, I'm like, yo, he was letting his hands go, bro. But then he fought with poise and under control in that fight too. So I liked his approach in that fight. But he didn't do nothing. He stood right in front of Shakur. I'm like, hold on. Y'all forgetting the fact that he said this man can't punch. So why didn't you treat him like a guy that can't punch? That's why I say those are false narratives. If you knew that man had nothing, you would have walked through him. You damn sure ain't had that level of respect for Edwin. Think about it, y'all. He had more respect for a sick and injured fighter that couldn't punch than he had for a guy in El Rayo who dropped him first, who put him down. Rayo put him on his ass. He still got up and went for it. He went right for it. In fact, if he didn't go for it, he probably wouldn't even got the knockout himself. He gets knocked down against Rayo and get right up and get on his ass and drop him back and finish him. He don't get hit with half the shit that Rayo came in there and caught him with in that round. And look how reluctant he was. You tell me I'm tripping. He fighting a known power puncher with Rayo that clipped him flush on the button, put him down, was a legit knockdown. It wasn't no, you get what I'm saying, no flash knockdown, none of that. It wasn't no all-balance shot. It was legit. I cracked you and put you down, and you was hurt. He got up, still went for the gusto. How the hell you fight harder against a knockout puncher that dropped you and got you hurt than a guy that you said can't punch? You get what I'm saying? And ain't on your level, as y'all put it. Miss me with that, man. You were supposed to go in there and go at him. Just like his coach said, you were supposed to go in there like a Tasmanian devil, but you didn't. That man bluffed you in 12 rounds and he beat you. Beat you with one hand. I ain't going to be overly critical. You learn from the performance. You do better. You rehab and you get back at it. But I ain't about to kill that man for that. I can't do it. I can't do it because I know a lot of guys would have got their ass beat. Respect for Shakur. Yeah, he had a lot of respect, yo. Way more respect for a non-puncher, than he did for a known puncher in Rio that just clipped him and hurt him, bro. Think about what I'm saying. How brave he was to say, you know what? Nah, it ain't. I'm still gonna go get him. Shakur ain't hit him like that, and he was like, man, hey, hold on. Why wouldn't you want to engage? Miss me with that, because you allowed him to set the pace, and by him fighting at his pace for the entire fight, he controlled the fight, which then led to him winning the fight. And then with his defense being on another level, I don't care what nobody say. Under them circumstances, you let a dude land 40 punches. That's ridiculously good. I don't think people understand how hard that is. Show me your favorite fighter. Make a guy miss that much. Yeah, it was a lot of defense, right? But tell me it wasn't successful. He had that guy missing so much, people just, he's running. He's just hopping away from him, man. It was just mad. No, he neutralizing this silly ass shit that he liked to do. And credit to De Los Santos. Think he was a little better than what people thought. And I want to see him fight again. I like him. PJ's Sheena, appreciate you, Queen. Peace and blessings to the Queen. Sheena TM in the building was good with it. De Los Santos fought like that shit was weird. Thinks he was going to record his own game. You get what I'm saying? TM, PGH was good with it, bro. That's why I said he lost the fight, because you fought at his pace all night. It was a no-brainer. That's why I say De Los Santos had 36 minutes to make a case that he won that fight. He didn't do it at all. At no point in the fight did he catch on like, you know what? This dude ain't engaging. I'm about to go for it. He didn't do it. Part of why he didn't do it too is because I think he's a front runner. And I think when he really let his hands go without thought, I think when he gets to about that 6-7 round, he starts to slow down. And I think that's what he wanted to avoid too. And that's not being scary. That's understanding yourself and being smart. He knows he has a tendency to slow down in the back end of fights. He did it in the Joseph Adorno fight. The difference is Joseph Adorno just didn't have anything coming back that make De Los Santos have to worry. So he was able to start that fight fast and kind of slow down midway and kind of coast through a win. Like just go, you know what I mean? Gradually go through the gears and beat Joseph Adorno. He didn't do that with Shakur. And think about it. At some point, you thought he would have picked up on him and be like, you know what? I'm about to get this dude. And he just didn't do it. He didn't do it. So I said, man, credit to Shakur for being able to confuse this dude and convince him, like, you know, look, he got more coming back than what he did, because he fought like that all night. I was like, bro, you will never beat him fighting that way. You will never beat him like that. You get what I'm saying? And even with what we know now is an MRI out, and the guy was, you know, clearly not 100%, right? That's water under the bridge, right? You would think at some point, like, he would have did something different. You get what I'm saying? It's just mind blowing how you went so hard when you was hurt and not when you was good. Like you was 100% from what I hear. You get what I'm saying? Told people he was gonna make weight just fine. That dude looked like he was in great shape for that fight. He was prepared, but just mentally, that's an IQ thing. Shakur is a lot smarter than what people won't give him credit for. I think that's what De Los Santos felt. It's the presence in there. He got the ability to make you question yourself. And I'm telling you, that's something that I don't think people measure on paper. You can't measure that on paper. He got that innate ability. When he's making you miss, you start to create that doubt, start creeping like, damn. And before you know it, now you started off a certain way. Now you questioning these shots that you was letting off. Now you second guessing them, halfway pulling the trigger on shots. Now he got you where you want. Now you fighting at his pace, and that's his game. He's going to beat you. Chess match, if it's standard chess match all night, I got him. I'm very confident he's going to outthink you and beat you every single time. That's where he live at. You want to play round by round? What? That's his game. He's going to round by round you to death all the way out the ring. And if he can't stop you, you're just going to get the boxing lesson. There was a moment that Blood, Sweat, and Tears episode where Shello explained to Edwin what Shakur's tendency is when in a certain position. He puts his foot here. Yeah, man, he did some good homework. I can't lie. They did, bro. They did. But I think ultimately them being a little bit dismissive led to the kind of performance too. They was a little dismissive of this skill set. And I think some of that is bravado. You get what I'm saying? Until you get in there and you learn, like, yeah, this dude a little smarter than I thought, bro. You know what I'm saying? This dude a little smarter than what I anticipated, bro. He in here making this shit hard for me. Making it hard for me, man. But yeah, man, look, one-off night, man, is not grounds to say that you don't deserve a fight. You get what I'm saying? I think you definitely deserve a fight. Good, bad, or indifferent, bro. I think the goal is always to win. I think the most important factor is as long as you win, bro, you always give yourself another opportunity to fight again. And I'm never going to lose sight of that. Good performance, bad performance, never forget you won. That's not grounds. He won. Yeah, he won all 12 rounds, but it wasn't exciting enough. Yeah, he don't deserve that opportunity. You sound crazy. You get what I'm saying? He don't deserve the opportunity now. Then you end up fighting somebody that's lesser than that guy. And then you got to justify that now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't fight because he ain't look good. Well, the last dude ain't look nowhere near as good as he ever looked on his best day. So again, don't judge a man on his worst day. Judge him on his best day. Because on his best day, he giving anybody hell on earth, if not all outright beating them, outright thanking them and outboxing them. And you know that. So as long as that's the case, until that change, I can't advocate for anything else. You got to show me you could beat that man. And the more people say what any fighter is not, and they continue to win, y'all continue to prove to me how wrong you are about the fighter. People continue to say Tank ain't this, ain't that. That man continue to win, continue to knock people out, continue to sell out, continue to be must-see TV, continue to give you your money's worth, and he continue to prove you wrong. You get what I'm saying? Now, again, it's only one Tank Davis. You know what I mean? Shakur. But I think over a body of work, just like any other top fighter, he's shown you a consistency where I deliver more times than not. So, again, if you're going to judge me on my worst night or not on my best, then you're going to always have something to say. But I think the ultimate goal is to always go out there and win. And until he go out there and he don't win, then you can start making a case for why this and that fight shouldn't be made. And I know I ain't bugging saying that. You don't get we so spoiled in boxing where we like, yeah, in order for you to fight, you got to look great every single fight for you to ever fight this guy over here. It makes no sense at all. That's almost like saying you don't want to see that fight. You should always want to see it, especially if ain't nobody beat him. I don't give a damn what you say. You could love him, hate him, or whatever. Loathe them, whatever the case may be. You tell me you get in there and you knock out a Shakur Stevenson. You can run around here and talk your shit. And don't tell me you can't. Don't tell me you can't. Don't tell me you ain't gonna have some crazy bragging rights. You be the first one to put him down, knock him out, put the L on his record. Man, miss me with that. Man, you'll be able to talk crazy. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to talk crazy for a while. You done got the best defensive fighter up out of there, and you was the first one to do it when they told you this was a generational talent, and you went in there and proved that he wasn't and stopped him. Come on, man. So again, that should always be on a fighter's mind. Like, ain't nobody beat. I want to be the first to beat this guy that they say is so great, right? So think about it. A fighter rather sit on Twitter or on social media from the sideline and be mad that he getting praised and he getting uplifted by the players and the people in boxing when they can get in the ring and do something about it and prove that he's not what y'all say he is. Instead, you'd rather be mad that he getting the praise that you're not getting instead of actually going in there and beating his ass and showing, yeah, Shakur Stevenson is not as good as they say he is. And yeah, I'm going to show y'all because I'm going to go in there and beat him. It's never that. Notice, it's never that shit. You don't never hear that shit. You'll hear, man, he ain't this. I don't care what this one said. He flat-footed this. Then the next fight, he's a runner that. It's all narratives. You never hear, yeah, he ain't who they say he is, and I'm going to show y'all because I'm going to beat his ass. I ain't hear nobody saying that, and I ain't saying nobody scared of him or none of that. But I'd rather hear that than the narratives and the rhetoric. He's not that good. Look, he fought a power puncher. See, this is how he do this. No, show me that you can beat him. The hell with that. Not keep his hands in his pockets. That's not enough. Beat his ass. That's all I want to say. And that's the same thing with any fighter. You feel like Tank ain't who he say he is. Beat his ass. I want to hear a fighter say, yeah, Tank Davis ain't who he is, and I'm going to show y'all because I'm going to go in there and beat him. Get what I'm saying? Tell me a guy ain't who he is, and then show me he not by going to beat his ass. Don't sit here and push the rhetoric and the narratives on social media where it's safe. Go prove to the people like, look, I told y'all he wasn't this, then I'm about to show y'all he ain't that. Until then, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to always advocate for the best fighting the best. And I think I see who two of the best fighters is at 35. I think we know who the best handful of fighters are at 35. Now, it's not just two. We know who the best, but we know who the absolute best two are, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with 40. Them group of champions, not really counting Rolly. He's a default champion by default. We get it. But the rest of those guys are all quality. They need to mix it up, right? You get what I'm saying? If any of those guys, and that's where I'm at in boxing, the hell with the narratives and the rhetoric. If you think a fighter is not who he say he is, and you have the opportunity to fight that man to prove it, fight him. You get what I'm saying? Fight him. Just prove to the world. Don't prove to me. Prove to the world, like you said, that dude ain't who they say he is. That's all. I just want to see it. They will expect him to attack every time. Their feet aligned, and Shakur stalled him sometimes. Other times he struck, mixed it up, and scored enough to get the win. For sure, Ant. For sure. 100%. So I listen. I offensively, yeah, it's not nothing to speak of, but not to even beat a dead horse. Defensively, he was as sharp as you can ever be. Landing somebody land 40 punches in 36 minutes is ridiculous. That's great defensively. Like, it's hard to make a case for you winning a fight when that's all you was able to do. And in your mind, to your credit, to what you said, you was 100%. So, it's crazy how you approach the fight with a guy with no power as opposed to a guy with power and a guy that hurts you and drops you. So it's amazing how fighters say one thing, they get in that ring and they fight a totally different way. So again, for any fighters out there, if one of the first things you say is a guy is pillow fisted, he can't punch, and he don't got no pop, he can't keep me off of him and all of that, please show me when you get in there and fight him. Like, in respect to Regis was saying all that. Devin Haney with pillow hands. He said all of that. He spent a considerable amount of time saying that just to get showed otherwise. Because when we watched the fight, we didn't feel like he felt like those was pillows hitting him. When he hit the deck, he damn sure didn't get up looking like, yeah, damn, who just hit me with that pillow? Like, you get what I'm saying? So don't be that guy. And I love Regis. I'm just saying, don't be the guy that's out talking about how somebody don't punch, and then you got an opportunity to show it, and you don't show it. You get in there and treat him like he punching, you know what I mean, like Wilder or Tank or something. So yeah, you got to stand on that. So again, don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the guy that gets stepped on because you base the whole fight around power. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, this is Shakur suggesting Abdullah Mason. And again, man, this is just fun little back and forth, man. I know they was gonna be mad at the Mason thing, but I think he said something that's more, and I don't even think that's as realistic right now, right? I just think he just said, he know Mason a dog, and he probably knew he was gonna get that kind of response. All I gotta say to show, and if people really look at it for what it is, you'll see it. Like, yeah, if you think he ducking him, that's foolish for one. That's fight not even been talked about. It's not even realistic at this point. But the fact that somebody could suggest you fight another killer and you be like, you don't even acknowledge it, it shows you something. You're not really serious like that, man. You promoting. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. Under the same tendencies, as you just stated, Cordell switched tendencies up. Yeah, man. They did their homework. Coach did his homework. But he ain't know bruh had a little bit more in the bag. He had a lot more in that bag, to be honest. Just on the night, he had more than what he prepared for sure. I mean, more than what he prepared for sure. All right, man, we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna roll for a few more minutes, man. Something else I'm gonna touch on. Tank funny as hell, bro. Tank funny as hell. I just wanted to touch on this real quick for the people. You see it. Tank publicly leaked these little DMs or whatever from Eddie Hearn, and you see how they was hearing all that 20 million this, 40 million that, and Tank. People could be mad at him for leaking the text messages. I'm not a fan of anything being leaked, but at the same time, I am an advocate for guys fighting back. How long have the narratives been coming out about Tank Davis that, he turned this down, that he's fighting this one, that he's fighting that one, that this is happening, that that's happening, and none of this stuff be validated. So I think when he leaks messages or anything like that, people are quick to get mad at it, but instead of taking it for what it is, y'all cool with people taking shots and, you know, throwing rocks and hiding his hand and saying how much he turning this down and he don't want to fight this. And then when he exposed that his lies behind it, you're like, oh, well, I will Tank leak the messages. See, that's bad business. No, it's also bad business to put out false narratives about guys turning down offers that was never made to him. That's terrible business. It's not terrible to then respond by showing messages in which I'm showing you lying. Know what I'm saying? And just exposing you, bro. It's never bad to do that. So I get it. It's very fitting. That man was quiet for so long. Y'all been piling them lies up on his name, trying to make him look like every duck in the world. Y'all literally showed y'all ass with the notion of even thought that he's fighting Frank Martin by shooting it down, calling Frank Martin everything but his name, Frank. You get what I'm saying? All types of bums, prospects. Y'all going crazy. So again, when I finally see him do something like this, I ain't mad at him. Good. That's what you get. Stop lying on the man name and do good business. You get what I'm saying? That 25 mil, like mil weird, that shit hit different. he just exposed y'all for y'all being the clout chasers that y'all are, putting that smut on that man name while he been dealing with what he been dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Tank, just keep standing on business, man. I hope Frank Martin is next. I heard that the team kind of shoot it down. I kind of understand why, but I also hear that that's still a possibility. So we just gonna have to see. Tank got to send an offer. He's the A side. Yeah, but he ain't, you know, still in all. He just, and it's not even about that for me, Larry. It's about just the narratives. Yeah, that might be true, but at the end of the day, this is narratives. And I was really focused on not him having to send anything. The fact that they're willing to lie and say they offered this, right? But you see how you saying he's the A side, but they want you to believe that they made lucrative offers and he's turning them down. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm focusing on, right? I get exactly what you're saying, but my focus more so why the narratives? Why try to make him look like something that he not? Why try to make him look like a duck? And then he made y'all look stupid with these DMs. And the only one that leaked DMs is Adrian Broner and Gervonta Davis. Hey, don't DM him then. Like any guy that I made a proposal to, and he and his letters is like no. Like straight up, like no. You would think you would leave that man alone. He done leaked it before. Like he said no to you, like he good on you. Then you come back with some other weak ass shit, and then y'all say other stuff in the media that contradicts what you really been offering behind the scenes, man. And I just like to see that he fought back, and all it took was a simple upload of a repost, and people mad. Yeah, Tank leaking DMs, man. See, it's bad business. Nah, it's bad business to put smut on the man name and paint him as a duck when he ain't getting offers made to him that y'all saying is in fact being made. So salute to Tank Davis. Hope him, Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny, the whole team get everything squared away and they give us the best fight possible moving forward. I do hope it's Frank Martin. I keep hearing, different things. I'm hearing still some good things, but we're going to have to see, how boxing is, man. Boxing changes like the weather, bro. Like the weather, things doing. I think our boxers should do when it comes to their reputation. Yeah, you got to fight back. And that's all I'm saying, bro. It ain't nothing wrong with him sending the offer being an A side. I'm cool with that. But I'm just saying, if we know that, right? Think about it, bro. We know that, but so many people will jump all over, or so many people jumped on the fact that he turned down the offer. But those are the same people that tell you only the A side make offers. But as soon as somebody come out with a bogus claim about what they made them, get what I'm saying? They jump all over. They abandon logic. They forget the fact that they say only A side send offers. But today, it's anything that makes Tank look less than what Tank is already as a fighter. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's one of the most underappreciated fighters in boxing. You get what I'm saying? By these platforms and different people in chats, like they underappreciate him, but people obviously appreciate him enough to come out and watch him fight all the time, right? So you get what I'm saying? It's a certain amount of people that really underappreciate the man. It's just what it is. Yeah, he the worst, bro. Tank digging the Tevin. Oh, I'm telling you. But again, who they blame that on, Cuzzo? Who was ducking? Tank was ducking, right? Tank ain't want nothing to do with Tevin Farmer. People just say anything, bro. I swear they do. You know what I mean? It's wild. Thomas said you can't do that, man. Superman in the building. He said pillow hand salute. Just can't agree because the footwork is atrocious. Says Zorilla drop him by moving out of the way. Yeah, the Zorilla did drop him by moving out of the way, catching him all balanced, catching him coming in, took advantage of his aggression and all that. Yeah, his footwork is terrible. But yeah, you can't see. He was saying Haney had pillow hands, and Haney was putting them hands all over them pillows to work. that night, and it didn't look like pillars was hitting his ass. It looked like it was little bricks hitting him. He was hitting him with the bricks. Right, I forgot. Oh yeah, Eddie, yeah, man. I try to like all these dudes, but I just don't know why they lie to the people so much. I don't understand what do they get out of lying on fighters. I don't understand the point of lying in any type of business to make yourself look good. I think it's weak. I think if I tell us what I think would stop tapping, but I think he would have too, because Pedraza stopped him. And I ain't trying to do no triangle theory, but I'm just saying, if you seen the way Pedraza stopped him in that fight, I don't think he making it 12 with Tank. That's me. But, you know, people could say how they want. I like Tappan, a hell of a fighter. I think he got a fight coming up, too. Salute to Tappan Farmer. But, yeah, man, salute to Tank, man. That's how you fight back. And it been a hell of a lot of reports about this Frank Martin stuff. I hope that's what's happening. I mean, good for Hearn. Yeah, it's good that he put him on blast like that. It's good he put him on blast like that. Good he put him on blast like that. And the fake it till you make it on Canal Street era. Right. Yeah, man. I just don't like the people lying, you know, to the fans, these promoters, man, and trying to make fighters look bad to boost their fighter up. Tank ain't turned down no offer. I said this before. How did where y'all make the offer at? Via text message, DM? Like, think about how they got to even contact that man. You know it ain't real. They ain't got his number. He ain't even trying to kick it with them. So I think Eddie Hearn need to think about sending somebody else to go speak to Tank next time. You dig what I'm saying? Salute to my guy, Superman. And what else I was going to touch on before we got up out of here, man? This last thing, Ryan and Devin Haney, man. Listen, it's a good fight. I want to see it. I hear Ryan complaining about it being in New York, saying it should be in Vegas. People looking like or feeling like that's his way of saying that he's looking for a reason. He's looking for a reason not to fight. And I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see. But I will say this: you can't be surprised by it, because this is his MO. This is how he move. He don't really you know, he's known for pulling out of fights. And Bill Haney had a little message for him earlier about him possibly pulling out. Shane Moses was just, he changed podcast saying life is different now, that when he fought Canelo, guys wanted to smoke to prove that they were the best instead of being afraid of the L. Yeah, I think, you know what? It's not the L that they're afraid of. I think boxing, you know what they're not considering, bro? Talib, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Good to see you. You know what I think they're not considering, Vaughn? I think they're not considering the fact that it's more of a social media era, right? And guys are heavily invested in social media, as opposed to that wasn't the case back then. So now dudes got to worry about being trolled for weeks and months after they lose a fight. Like, you get what I'm saying? You don't hear the end of it. Like, think about it. You could have a bad performance. You could 12-zip somebody. Drop them, and people will still be in your comments dissing you, right? So let alone an embarrassing L. Now you got to deal with that. And I think that's a real element to why guys are strategic as to what kind of fights they take, when they take them. And I think that's why they look at maximizing the bag before they, you know what I mean, take L's and can't maximize that bag. And then just having to deal with the fans that switch up the minute you lose. Like I said, you got to hear about that. You could, like, again, you would post a picture of your kids. Think about it. Errol Spence could post a picture of his kids. I guarantee you somebody going to jump on that post and say something about him getting beat by Crawford. That's how corny and dumb fans are. And that's that social media era. So I think people consider that stuff. And I think it weighs, you know, I think it weighs in on, you know, and it really impacts their decision making. You know what I'm saying? And who they going to fight, when they going to take certain chances, how they going about being moved. I think, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that none of these fighters are 100% at that control of their own career. So you always got to consider that. Regardless, if they're better, has been treated too. Yeah, facts. He be getting dogged. He be getting dogged. The ESPN fight card is gonna be a good one. March 2nd, absolutely. Be dogged. So it really should be a Vegas fight, leaving a lot of money on the table. Fighting at the Barclays. I wish I knew what was the reason for the change. A1 Hoop Zone was good with the family. I wish I knew the reason for the change. I just don't know it. Like, I don't want to keep speculating. You know, people say they don't think it's gonna do this and that. I don't know what it's gonna do. I like the Barclays Center, man. I hope they still able to make this fight. I hope this ain't a potential roadblock for why this fight don't happen. Let's hear what Bill had to say real quick.
Ryan finna miss Dev with that left. You know, he didn't hit a lot of other people. The games Brian is not playing it, can't play any more games. He's caught. Only thing he can do now is bitch out. Fake an injury, catch a cold, you know. They did everything they can do to stop it. Old Dollar whispered everything he can whisper to him. Down there at the Players Club. I mean, the Gentlemen's Club.
Yo, Bill got too much time in his hands. That man, a fool. He need to be sitting back trolling and enjoying. I think this part of him, this is the part of Bill that I find to be entertaining a little bit. He's just silly, but I don't know what his message was right there. But I guess it's pretty much for Ryan not to pull out. Don't pull out. It says something about the Gentlemen's Club. I don't know, the Players Club, Gentlemen's Club. Bill just having fun at this point. But hopefully Ryan don't use this weak move at, you know, the fact that they moved it to the Barclays from Vegas as a reason not to fight. I don't think it's a good enough reason. I think both of them. I think he owe it to the fans now after allegedly spinning the block on Devin Haney. So you gotta give the people the fight. I think you play 2 times like this, you're gonna have yourself on the outs. People gonna be looking at you crazy because of said what? Bill, shout out. He funny as hell, man. Funny to the Bill even say there. And there's a bunch of slick talk. He ain't said much fight game. He ain't said much. Just talking about Ryan not pulling out that fight. You say he running the show. I'm telling you, this stuff is funny, yo. It's comedy. Bill Haney is having fun with this stuff right now. You better believe it. Every bit of talking that Devin Haney ain't doing, he making sure he do it. Canelo called Floyd Old Dollar. Damn. He called Floyd. Oh yeah, Old Dollar. He called him Dollar Bill. Wasn't he call him the Floyd Dollar Bill? Yeah, you said. He's telling son to go fight another champ at 140. Saying his ass and he beat Carver. You know what I'm saying? PBC potentially has 2 cars in 40 days in Vegas, and why it makes sense. Right, Bole. See, you're a logical thinker, so you could come up with something just that simple, that quick, rather than trying to push a narrative. That's why I appreciate you. And you see the way I didn't go with it. I don't want to start going into, because they know the fight ain't going to sell. Oh, that's what he moved. Man, I don't even know why that's a conversation. Why is that good? I want to see boxing win, so I want to see that fight sell as much as it's going to sell. I have no dog in the race. I don't want to see them fail. You know what I mean? And I don't care who win. May the best man win. You know what I mean? I think it's a good fight. And if it's going to be half as competitive as what their amateur fights was, then this fight makes some sense now, don't it? I need to promote the fight where the videos about the fight. I still see Bull taking shots at Floyd and Tank Team instead of Ryan. Yeah, I think they barking up the wrong tree with that. That's just me personally. I think that man got a lot of influence and pull in the sport of boxing. I could be wrong, but I think that about Floyd, and I think they should just leave well enough alone. That man living his life. I think he's been wrongly accused in some recent situations about stuff that he's not even doing. That's just me. I think all of the unnecessary shots at him could end up being potential footnotes for why things ain't working out for you in the future. I don't know. That's just me though. I just say stop barking up that tree over there. Having them time up. You got Floyd Sr. out here calling y'all boxing whores and all types of stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I think now ain't the time to be going at the Mayweathers. I think you might want to leave this whole situation alone. Just keep being great. I think so. Fight game. I don't know if I'm bugging or not. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to, I might see it different. I think he got some influence in the sport, and I think all those little unnecessary shots. If think about it. if he is as petty as what some of his biggest detractors are, some of these people say they rock with him, but he petty as hell. If he's that petty, you don't think he petty about somebody constantly taking shots publicly at him, talking about his era over, him giving people BS fights, all that stuff, man. I could imagine he don't like hearing none of that about him, just unnecessarily and for no reason when he just doing what he do. You know what I mean? I don't know. That might be a little crazy. might be a little crazy. Salute to the Queen Sheena in the Cash App. Much love, much appreciation, Queen. Might want to leave Florida.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to the Queen Sheena. Appreciate you, Queen. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I just think that man got some influence. I think it would be smart. It would be smart to just leave him alone. You know what I mean? They'll learn to build, keep poking and bear, be dog. And then they really going to be mad. Floyd just a hater, man. Floyd out there hating him, want to see him do good. I'm like, nah, y'all out there picking with that man. Leave Floyd alone. Leave his retired ass chilling, bro. Don't give him no ammunition. I'm telling you, fight game something, bro. He got some influence. Don't do it to yourself. I'm telling you. I don't care if it's something as simple as giving somebody advice. Like, bro, I don't know. That boxing game dirty, but I just want to see all these dudes win. That's why, like, all right, you move from Vegas to Barclays. I immediately thought, hey, the Barclays ain't too far from me. You get what I'm saying? That's New York. You get what I'm saying? I'm in Jersey. That's how I start thinking. I don't start thinking of ways to slight the fight. Like, it's not going to sell now. And, man, it should do good, man. I think Ryan got some drawing power. I think people might want to really see this fight. I think the fact that it got history in the past and it's people that genuinely, like, think. Like, you got to think, bro. If it was people that think that he had a chance to beat Tank, people was really betting on him. Like, people publicly bet on Ryan Garcia to beat Tank. So with that being said, you don't think it's people that genuinely think he can beat Ryan? He could beat Devin. No, I don't think he beats either one of them dudes, regardless, but it's people that do. So I think the fighter do fine because of that reason. And it's like unfinished business. That's the selling point. Think about it. Once they start promoting for this fight and, that rollout start coming through, you'll start to see different things. I'm pretty sure one of their selling points would be that they had 6 fights before. I'm pretty sure that'd be, now this is for all the marbles, and this is what the, records on the line. They fought 6 times backhand. Who's going to win? Like, I can see that whole thing going on. Connecticut got a good driver, catch the train in the fight. You get what I'm saying? DAZN, what's good, family? How you feeling? Watch out, Floyd. I'll start applying that pressure on them. I think once things start to roll out more, I think people will start to have to retract some of these statements. You get what I'm saying? Parking is crazy. Might have hit that Metro North. You know it. You know how that park could be wild. You know it. So that's how I see it, man. He has been the pullout king in the past. You know what I mean? Some say he pulling out the wrong stuff, but I say it is what it is. Let's wait and see if he actually make this fight. Some people feel like that date, for one reason or another, is not going to be the date they fight on, but I think we're just going to have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to see if that's the date that they actually fight on. Do 3-day promotional tour highlighting the East Coast biggest drawing areas and one back in the West Coast area, and it should bubble. I'm telling you, they should be all right. That on Ryan to beat Tank, that second round must have made you sick. They really did it, bro. They was betting against them, bro. Certain athletes and everything. I'm like, yo, y'all crazy, yo. Like, that's how I know y'all be casuals, like, because y'all literally hoping that he beat him rather than knowing that he was going to beat him. Like, y'all, it was just a feeling because y'all knew him. Y'all cool with the young man. So y'all like, yeah, he could beat Tank. Yeah, okay. I remember him saying he was going to knock Tank out in the second round. Tank clipped his ass in the second round. Oh, man. Ryan funny as hell, man. Nah, they do. I'm telling you, Thomas, boy, they be huffing and puffing. They be ready to blow a house down with Tank fight. I ain't seen nothing like it in recent time. This shit is funny as hell. I'm gonna forever laugh at them for this. That's a permanent laugh for me when I think about how people be up early as hell hating. You know, it's people that don't really even talk that much. They be typing paragraphs when it come to him, using all the characters, all the space. They be taking 2 messages to finish saying what they need to say about Tank, and they still don't be done. That should be crazy. I'm like, damn. You would think that he, like, y'all personally met him and he did something to you. Like, it ain't that deep. I could have heard the roar in the building when Tank dropped him. Man, I know it was crazy. Tank was holding out second round too. Yeah. I told you I played the thing. IB was good with it, bro. Been a busy Monday, man. Don't work too hard, player. Don't work too hard, man.
They're talking about, I want to punish him. This man's never punished anybody in his life, man. You don't punish nobody. You're going to get punished. You got the lowest punch output in boxing right now. But
the most accurate, too.
That's fine. You walked into the wrong guy right here.
This guy don't have no fundamental at all. All he's relying on is a weak-ass hook. That's it. That's all he's relying on is a hook. That's all. No defense, no nothing, no footwork, no head movement. He don't have nothing. I'll probably break your jaw. I promise you.
To the easy work there. Don't let him bully you, son.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. You know what I mean? I enjoyed every moment of it.
It was a great fight. I hope to get a rematch one day. I didn't feel too good. I mean, I felt a little weak. My legs didn't feel too much under me, but it is what it is. I signed the contract, and that's that.
He's 1-0 on you. These are the 2 biggest names in the division. I want to see it again. I want to see it again now, and I want to see it with no dehydration.
Shut the f*** up, bitch.
Shut your mouth.
Shut the f*** up.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah!
Oh, man. This is a classic. He said, why is Daniel Cormier the ref? Oh, man, yo. It's just gonna always be fight game, yo. It's a page on IG. They do a lot of those little different reenactments, yo. That one was funny as hell. It's another one I gotta find it, yo. It's funny, yo. But I always thought that Tank one was funny. I was like, yo, these edits be perfect. Oh man, he gonna punch Ryan's eyes out his sockets. Hell man, that was funny, bro. But man, yo, they did have to sign you crazy. I'm telling you, yo, yes, they did, bro. Kyle Sports, JBT was good with it, family. Man, I ain't think Izzy was gonna lose again that soon. Him and Usman got chipped up. You know what I'm saying? Lamar. I had that for months too. I've been forgetting to play that. Like I be forgetting sometimes. I be just sitting there chilling. I was like, hell, bro, who made this? I was like, hell, that's crazy, bro. They made that joint funny though, man. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, watch. They got some other ones, man. Salute to him, man. His name at the bottom of it's a page they got on IG. I seen that. I was like, I gotta share this. You hear Floyd? Nobody knows what got wrong. I'm telling you, y'all seen it. And yo, history repeated itself. All in a strange way, Tank and Ryan was like Floyd and Canelo, right? Think about it. Who was the culprit at the helm of both? Who was promoting both? Both Canelo and Ryan. Oscar was telling Canelo all that time that he could beat Floyd. He's old. He don't hit hard. I mean, I beat him when I fought him. You can do this. Then when it was time to fight, no disrespect to Oscar, he was in rehab somewhere. He wasn't even able to kind of, morally give him no moral support when he got beat up. So boom, I knew right from the rip, the way Canelo looked after he lost, it all dawned on him. Like he was planning his exit right there. He was like, yeah, as soon as I get a chance, I'm out of here. This the guy you told me I could beat. Then he get in there and get beat like that. So boom, he slide on Oscar. They beef and they don't like each other no more. Now, all these years later, you got Canelo. I mean, Canelo doing what he doing. He his own man now. And you got Ryan under Oscar. Oscar telling Ryan, yo, you could beat Tank, this and that. And in his biggest moment, after he done punched your rib through your back, you weren't really there to support him like he felt like he needed. So think about it. And now y'all at odds. So it's like history repeating itself. You lied to Canelo and sold him a dream that he could beat Floyd. He got destroyed. Same thing with Ryan with Tank. He got destroyed. And now y'all at odds. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan somewhere else when it's all said and done. I wouldn't be fully surprised. I wouldn't. Tell me. I remember after saying, oh yeah, he said I can't remember who it was. Yeah, somebody got him beat up. Floyd versus Oscar too. I'm telling you, that's what it was, bro. The only reason I say Canelo because it was like that situation where Oscar had a fighter that he was just telling he can beat somebody, and it was like, nah, bro, nah. Man, Ray Ford late stoppage. It ain't impossible. Ray Ford, when he sit down on them punches, he be stinging shit. I seen it. Seen him when he sit down on them punches a little bit more. Those Fest Live Nation shows, I asked her about event place. She said Barclay is cheaper than crypto. Vegas to do events. This may have been a money thing. Probably so, P. Probably so, bro. But not for necessarily a bad reason, right? Shady McCoy was talking crazy. Fight game. You right. Yes, he was. I said, yeah. They be sounding like casuals too. When they just be saying stuff, I'd be like, bro, like take it. I'd be like, yo, y'all not watching boxing right. I don't know what the hell you was saying, but that was just me. But Ryan is always gonna be able to compete with guys like he is boxing, bro. He can fight, you know what I mean? But it's like, can he put it all together and beat them? Can he outthink these guys? And a lot of times, I think most times at the highest level, it's gonna be no. Shady McCoy was pushing that. He was pushing that Ryan was going to beat Tank. I'm like, yeah, okay. We'll see. I ain't going to play, is it? I was saying if this was going to play. I knew it wasn't. Sean Porter bet on Ryan until I'm telling you. I don't know what they was thinking about losing that money. I'm like, bro, I just don't see no scenario where he beat him. Not even a lucky shot because I feel like Tank got a hell of a beard. So I don't feel like that was going to ever be the case. Shady definitely lost some bread that night. For sure he did. Damn sure did. Man, salute to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Another dope build in the books. Just to wrap up, man. They saying Canelo leaving the PBC back to DAZN, claiming DAZN might have a higher guarantee for him. I think it'll all come out in the wash when it's all said and done. The PBC broke narrative. I'm not going there with that. I don't know what them people got, but I know people have been saying they've been going broke since they started. So, you know what I mean? Maybe people hoping this is one time they actually be right, but I think we'll see them continue to thrive how they've been doing it. They'll find another way to be successful like they've been doing in the past. I just think that old model was out the way. If what I'm hearing about the PBC not being willing to pay for a Charlo fight, especially because they don't feel like they can, you know, guarantee him that kind of money for a fight that's that risky, which would be, in essence, like a gamble. That would be like taking a gamble. I don't expect him to take that gamble on Charlo right now. That's a tough sell, given how, you know, Jamel looked. You know what I mean? Some people think there's some two in the same, and they don't feel like the older brother going to look much different. I think it'll be a different fight, but he's still going to lose under these circumstances. I don't think he need to be fighting no Canelo. Canelo should be ashamed of himself for not fighting Benavidez. Benavidez up at 75 now for his next fight, and I don't know what Canelo going to do. I'm still hearing Berlanga and Munguia is possible. I heard it in that order too. But I'm hearing people still saying it's Munguia, but I heard Oscar say no. So we don't know who Canelo fighting. We still waiting to get some confirmation on Tank if it's Frank Martin. Canelo and Benavidez, if it don't happen this year, which I don't think it will. I don't think it ever happens. The longer it takes, the less likely it is to happen. I don't see him all of a sudden fighting this dude when he get much older. I don't see it. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Ryan, you better not pull out. Make it to April 20th so y'all could get that fight out the way, man. I'm reading this saying Jamal not ready. Yup. Not paying top dollar for a non-competitive fight. Yup. They paying for Benavidez, though. Yup. He just don't want the risk. That's what it seemed like. He want the highest payday for the least risk. That's what it seemed like, Zenith. And I feel like it's not just him being scared. It's him not feeling like he owe it to nothing, nobody. He don't feel like he owe nobody no fights. He don't feel like he owe it to the fans to fight Benavidez. He feel like only thing he need to do is keep fighting, and that should be enough for people. I think he got the way he see things is just far different from how we see it, right? I think he just don't feel like he owe us no fights unless he wants to fight him, and if he don't, then he don't have to. And remember, he said he do what he want. He the king, so. You know what I mean? I think it's just how he's going to keep moving. And I don't think we're going to ever get that fight. You know what I mean? I'm just coming from an optimistic dude. I don't think we'll ever see Benavidez and Canelo no more. Once he go up to 75, I don't see it happening. It's over. I'd rather see David Benavidez versus the winner. Better be. Nah, I like it. I like it too, though. And I ain't mad at it because it's next fight up mentality. And the next fight up would be good between them two. One more. It was lame. Yeah. Yep, Zenith. Yeah, and they know it. That's why I'm glad they called it. Like, bro, we not getting bro. You hell no. And fight Benavidez. Like, nah, I'm cool. DAZN, we like Eddie. Eddie up that night. And there's more. He has to fight David. Unless he wants to. Yeah, I think so too, B-Dog. He like, bro, because he really feel like, yo, y'all can't tell me what to do. He don't see it like, yo, y'all pay for my fight, so I see why y'all want me to. He don't look. I don't think he look at it that way. I think he like, bro, I fight as long as I show up and fight and win, y'all shouldn't. And I think that's the wrong attitude. The whole promotion, I'm telling you, he out of here fight game. He's like, man, I'm gone. There's no more fights. Interested in saying, yeah. Right now it's just they're just gimmies at this point, and there'll be little intrigue in them, Zenith, for whatever reasons. But overall, the expectation of somebody to actually beat them, I don't think it'll be there until you get in there with one of the obvious guys. And I think some of those dudes gonna be off the table sooner than later. So it is what it is, man. But man, much love, much appreciation to the family. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button on the way out. Boxing continues. There's a lot to continue to talk about. We will be back tomorrow to build on some more boxing. Benavidez, my favorite Mexican fighter in the sport. He's a dog. I like him. And he always trying to prove himself. So with that, man, much love. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I will see y'all tomorrow at 4. Much love to everybody in the Super Chat, Cash App. Salute to the fam, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
And we ain't never got a